Do not worry.
Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I'm your host Anthony, coming to you live from the heart of Lebanon in the 09. It is 5 p.m. here. It's a little bit early. Was supposed to be doing a stream on my other channel, but that got delayed a couple of hours, so I figured we would start with this one. How's everyone doing? We're going to be talking about one main topic today. Ethan Klein has made it official. He is officially suing iDubbbz. iDubbbz announced it yesterday on his channel on Twitch. I believe like a 60-second clip. So we're just going to be reacting to that, looking at some of the reactions online, watching some footage of what Ethan had originally said about potentially suing iDubbbz. It's just kind of insane. The whole situation is kind of nuts. Scouty Pause, hello. Hidden Iron, hello. Gato, Hawkeye. How's everyone doing? This is a little bit earlier. I mean, I've been trying earlier streams recently. Try to have a normal life and be done by a relatively normal time at night. So thank you guys for joining. Before we get started, I don't want to take too much of your time because we do have a lot to get through. I want to take a second to thank our channel members, our lovely channel members. We're currently at 357 beloved Do Not Warriors channel members. You guys make the show go round. I did a live stream last night that is now exclusive to members. Only members can access yesterday's live stream. Go ahead and enjoy that one, folks. Also, I'm going to make some more, obviously, members get exclusive live streams every single week. I'm currently working on a Patreon video where members will be getting an exclusive taste. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. Patrons, you know very well. Members, y'all are getting a small taste of this. Me reading Morning Glory Milking Farm. Nour and Karine were supposed to read this for our patrons. They're too late. I'm not sure when they'll be able to make a video about this. So I'm taking it upon myself to finish the job that they volunteered and they insisted on wanting to do themselves. By the way, I never asked anyone to read this filth. So I'm going to be reading this for patrons. And, well, with patrons. I'm not reading it for you guys. I'm reading the pages with you. You're just going to listen to me read this shit. And members, y'all are going to get a little taste of that as well. So members, thank you guys for keeping our show going around. We appreciate you. Patrons, you as well. Let me thank some of you guys by name. Members, Indy Hansen, Coco No, K-Mac 9160, Stupid Shinji 1331, Ruby Red 77, Jose Kelly 3565, Sum 404, Hihaho 421, and Cries Bunny. Baroness Unicorn as well, Weird Laboratory, Silent Scythe 999. Thank you guys so much for being members. We love and appreciate you. Whether you've been gifted a membership, whether you're out there gifting memberships, whether you've never paid for a sub, whether you've been paying and subscribed for 13 months, we love and appreciate you guys so much. We can't do this without you guys. You keep the crew paid and all that good stuff. Also, our beloved patrons, God tier patron Ilan Mujabir, superhero patrons, Legal and Lipstick, Ezekiel B, Muhammad Mruwe, Rana F, Blonde patrons, Danielle Richards, Lipton Raman, Dana Ahmed Bahar, Eric J. Knudsen, Haifa and Hiba, and abductee patrons, Yip McYip, Polish Pusher, Burp Reynolds, Fab, Kara, Jennifer Sage. Thank you guys so much. A lot of people in the chat. Hello, Hot Ham Radio. Hello, Bob Vorn. Hello, Trap Beans. Members like Trap Beans, Ravy Baby, Hidden Iron, Honk Big. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being members. We appreciate you. A lot. I've been told yesterday that I took too many pauses and I was eating too much. So folks, I vow to you, no more eating during streams, or at least when I eat, I'm going to take an eating break and just eat and do no talking, and then I'll move on to the topic. All right. And yeah, it was a long stream yesterday. I was starving. So I took like 3 snack breaks. It was bad. I'm sorry. And then I took a 40-minute pause and went on a tangent to buy IMAX tickets for the Odyssey because I'm going to be in the States. And there's a real IMAX theater in DC. I'm not going to get into it again, okay? But I spent like 30 minutes on stream trying to find the best seats I could for myself and my sister. And my sister wasn't getting back to me, so confirming the tickets was taking longer than expected. It was a whole thing. But I got the best tickets I could get my hands on, okay? Real IMAX 6-story screen, okay, 6 stories high, the correct and proper aspect ratio. It's the shit Christopher Nolan talks about. It's like, you need to watch my movies in IMAX. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the theater that I'm going to, okay? So I did that yesterday. So members, patrons, we thank you, we love you, and remember, you don't have to be a member, you don't have to be a patron, you don't have to gift memberships, you don't have to shoot out a super chat for us to love and appreciate you. Simply like the video, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. It makes a big difference. Engage in the live chat, leave a comment if you're watching the replay. All this stuff makes a big difference. And also consider subscribing to my second channel, Tino's Playroom, where I've been doing a bunch of live streams covering the Reckless Ben situation. The channel's growing, the community's growing over there. I am Tino, by the way, for anyone wondering. So consider subscribing. It's super fun. I'm going to be building the Star Wars Mos Eisley cantina a little bit later. Once I'm done with this stream with my best friend Elias, he's coming over. We're building some Star Wars. I built a mushroom set with Demi. I'm covering the Lego and bricks and minifigs drama. We're gaming. I'm playing Dark Souls. All sorts of stuff. It's in there. I'm being very active on that channel. I'm kind of exhausted, to be honest with you guys, because like I'm streaming twice a day, like 3 or 4 times a week. It's super fun and I love it, but like I'm working hard to try to make this channel, be fun and be full of content, all sorts of content for whatever you kind of like. You know what I mean? If you're liking the news coverage side, if you're liking Lego builds, if you like Lego reviews, I'm even doing reviews. I'm doing reactions to new product announcements, all sorts of stuff, experimenting, having a good time. So consider joining. Is the screen white over here? What's happening? Oh, okay, no, sorry. So consider subscribing if you're into this sort of thing. We'd love to have you there. Link is pinned on top, right at the bottom of the live chat right now. Artful Decadence, hello, hello, how's it going? Nice to see you here. Yes, that's right. Switch the live chat, everyone. I'm gonna have to add some new mods to help you out, Artful. It's been a minute since we knighted new mods on the channel, so I think the time must come. Okay. Enough of that, folks. Enough of my self-promotion. Please subscribe to my second channel, Tino's Playroom. But I don't want to. I don't want to waste any more time. I don't want to waste anyone's time. Thank you all for being here. Also, just keep in mind, Israel is bombing the living shit out of Lebanon every single day. I don't have time to cover that today, but we cover that almost every single day at the beginning of our streams. They're bombing the living shit out of Tyre. The entire city of Tyre, they're doing that. Over 1 million people displaced. It's pretty bad, folks. Friend of the show, Ian, iDubbbz, has announced that he's officially being sued by Ethan. Ethan floated the idea around about a month ago. Talked about how he had sent like a cease and desist to iDubbbz and Anissa, told them to not talk about him anymore. iDubbbz made apologized to Ethan live on stream. And was like, hey, I'm done talking about it. I'm done engaging with this thing. Stayed quiet on the matter. You know what I mean? Did the right thing. Did what he was supposed to do, right? And you'd think after Ethan, and then Ethan announces another lawsuit against Noah Samson, which almost the entire internet like disagrees with Ethan and thinks that it's a losing, he has no chance of winning that case. And it's another infringement on free speech. That didn't seem to sway Ethan. He just took a big L against Denims in a tentative ruling in his, copyright infringement lawsuit against her. The whole internet is turning on Ethan. He is still not taking the hint. He has now decided to officially sue iDubbbz. Let's listen to what Ian had to say, and then we'll start, reacting to all of this stuff.
It is official. I am being sued by Ethan Klein in the courts of Calgary, Alberta, for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this, but for now it is in the hands of the courts and our attorneys. I will say that it worries me what it means for the commentary community, and especially the Canadian commentary community. But this is about all I can say, at least for now. I'm sorry that the stream is so short. I wish I could give you a lot more grease, but I will resume the regularly scheduled content on Thursday. Again, I'm sorry it's so short, but we will be back, and I appreciate you being here for this important announcement. Have a good day, everyone.
Okay, it's crazy. I just wanted to let the video play once, let iDubbbz, you know, say the whole thing uninterrupted, while I also enjoyed some good Lebanese organic honey. I get myself ready for another 3 hours of yapping. Let's listen to that again. I hate that. I mean, but I just gotta say, as someone who knows, I mean, I haven't met iDubbbz in person, but I've interacted with iDubbbz a number of times. You know, we've talked a few times. I genuinely, really, really, really love iDubbbz. He's such a sweet guy. He's such a nice guy. Such a big inspiration to me when it came to YouTube, to making my documentaries. I literally cite him, and I mention him by name in my first YouTube documentary that I made like 3 or 4 years ago at this point, before I ever spoke to iDubbbz or met iDubbbz. So it's not like I'm just trying, like pretending to like him because of this whole situation. I love iDubbbz. I would never have made a lot of the content that I made if it weren't for him, if it weren't for Full Force in particular. So, and I've loved his transformation. I've loved his growth. He's such a sweet guy. He's such a generous guy. Always more than happy to donate his time to help raise money for either Palestine or Lebanon. Not only did he and Anissa donate their time, they also donated a whole bunch of cash to the charities last time, donating $1,000 to help feed displaced Lebanese families and people because of Israel's aggression. So they're incredibly generous. I think they're incredibly sweet. They literally bought Lebanese snacks and ate them live on stream with us and like reviewed them. It was so fun. Like they went out of their way to make it a fun segment. So I don't give a shit what is popular to say on the internet, or like how many people love dunking on iDubbbz or Anissa. I think they're genuinely sweet people. Like misunderstood, I would say, you know what I mean? And like people are just taking advantage of the fact that people are like, it's a lot of bandwagon writing. And I hope that this situation, honestly, the unfairness in which iDubbbz and Anissa have been treated with this lawsuit, ironically enough, this might, like, I'm starting to see people that just shit on iDubbbz and Anissa every single day. Even they're kind of like taken aback by the level of cruelty and how unnecessary this whole thing is. And again, knowing how financially devastating and stressful it could be, just mentally stressful to deal with a lawsuit and appeals and back and forths and just toxic communities online. Now, iDubbbz and Anissa aren't strangers to toxic communities online. They've had to deal with that, unfortunately, for a very long time. But a lawsuit, and one brought upon by Ethan's community and, you know, his typical allies like Asmongold, like Kino Casino, whatever the fuck, all these sorts of people. It's just going to make it more stressful. It's just bringing on, and that's exactly why Ethan is doing it. This has nothing to do with defamation. This has nothing to do with Ethan defaming Ethan Klein and causing any sort of financial damages or like reputational damages to Ethan. Absolutely not. So, Maki wants to say hi. 1 second. I promise no interruptions, but in this case, want to say hi? Maki, what do you think about this lawsuit? You're against the lawsuits? Maki doesn't like lawsuits, folks. He doesn't like lawyers. He's a sweet boy. Justice for iDubbbz. Go. Go, Maki. All right. These are the only interruptions that we'll allow, okay? Cat interruptions. Maki interruptions. I would let him in. There's so many like unbuilt Lego sets that are just like sitting around that, you know, he will have a field day with that. We can't allow it. So I just got to say, I just hate, like, let's watch this video again. Like iDubbbz looks, I know he'll be fine, because I think honestly, before we get into anything, any judge that lays eyes on this case, that watches just 3 minutes of footage of H3 of Ethan Klein stating over and over again that his goal is to harass iDubbbz and Anissa for the rest of time, that he's never going to leave them alone. Him gloating that the legal system in Canada is slightly weaker or favors free speech less than the legal system in the US. He has made these things very clear, very obvious, very explicit on his podcast time and time again. I just hope that this gets thrown out by a judge, honestly. I hope that anyone with a brain, I don't know how the law works, but like, I think just the intent on which someone is suing someone, like if it seems like, okay, this is clearly just a case, like how bad is the law in Canada? I have no idea. But holy shit, has Ethan made it very clear and very explicit that his intentions are just to hurt iDubbbz, hurt Anissa, harass them, embarrass them, annoy the living shit out of them, till the end of time. I'm not the one saying it. He has said it on his podcast time and time and time and time again. So I hope that, you know, that this doesn't even make it to court. I have no idea. But, all right, let's watch iDubbbz one more time.
It is official. I am being sued by Ethan Klein in the courts of Calgary, Alberta, for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this.
So, like, just the look he's making right here, like, is like, oh, like, I can't believe I have to do this now. Like, I can't believe I have to fucking deal with this shit now. Like, what a fucking farce. Like, what a situation. For nothing. And Ethan knows it's nothing. He's suing iDubbbz for showing a screenshot of something that someone else said. Someone else said, and iDubbbz makes it clear in the video that he disagrees with that statement. So, again, this is completely frivolous. This is completely someone just trying to take advantage of a weak legal system, trying to throw their weight around, taking advantage of the fact that they have lots of money, they have millions of dollars, and they can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers, and apparently unlimited time. Apparently Ethan has better things to do than spending time with his kids and his family. He loves nothing more than to sit with lawyers and like fill out depositions and like writing documents and like I have no idea what kind of weird enjoyment and sadistic enjoyment Ethan gets from spending time with lawyers. But I guarantee it is something he has developed a taste for after his lawsuit with Ryan Kavanaugh. He saw how big daddy Ryan Kavanaugh did it, throwing his money around, you know what I mean, making Ethan feel like a little bitch. So Ethan was like, ooh, I kind of like how he did it. So now he's trying to do it to everyone else. He's been failing pretty pathetically over the last few months. You know what I'm saying? Casey Tron just decided to settle because she didn't want to deal with the financial risk and financial loss, and she didn't have perhaps enough funds to pay for a lawyer. Frogan, I'm not understanding what is happening with her case, but like even if Ethan wins by default because she never responded, that's not the kind of victory you would want to feel proud of. And Denims is feeding him a big fat L so far. Noah Sampson's not looking good for him. I mean, again, I don't know what the legal system is in Canada, but this is a slam dunk in the States that iDubbbz is innocent. So, and again, if Ethan wants to win on a technicality because he can take advantage of a weaker legal system, bruh, how do you feel that? How do you think that makes you look? How do you think that makes you look? And at this point, I mean, it should have happened like a year ago, but the crew, y'all need to do a fucking intervention because this is the end. Once the people that are defending iDubbbz now are people that made their careers making fun of iDubbbz. Nick the Oreo, Kino Casino, all these motherfuckers. Who's still gonna? I don't understand who remains part of the H3 audience at this point. Who's still watching? Who supports this lawsuit? If iDubbbz's biggest haters don't support this lawsuit, obviously everyone who stopped watching H3, which is 2/3 of their audience, doesn't support this lawsuit. Who are you doing this for? Your personal vendettas? And at this point, fuck destroying your own channel and your own reputation, my guy. You got people depending on you. You got a whole fucking crew. You got a crew of like 12 fucking people there researching whatever the fuck it is you have at H3 Studios. And you don't care about them losing their jobs. That you already have to fire one person from the show. How many more crew members do you want to fire, man? Doing salmon sponsorships? Getting sponsored by salmon? They're selling fish on the H3 podcast now. Like, why do you think they're selling fish? Because things are going well? I'll find that on the side here, but like, holy shit, man.
But for now, it is in the hands of the courts and our attorneys I will say that it worries me what it means for the commentary community, and especially the Canadian commentary community.
I mean, he's not kidding. Again, this could set some kind of dangerous precedent in Canada, where some guy, because he's rich, decided to sue a small creator. You know what I mean? He's a small streamer, at least. You could say iDubbbz is not a major streamer, and you could silence any sort of criticism. Guess who streams out of Canada? Don't PPP and the other guy, like Kino Casino, the dudes that have made their entire career out of just shitting on iDubbbz. Their careers could be over because of this decision right there. Isn't that ironic? Fart Twain sends a $2 dono. Thank you so much, Fart Twain, for supporting the channel. We salute you, sir. Says, release the AB files. No point in being nice now. I know, right? At this point, but I think I don't know what iDubbbz would be completely justified in doing so, and if he doesn't do it, also completely justified. Like, I understand him not wanting to get anyone else involved, or just, you know, not making this any bigger. I support whatever he wants to do, honestly. And iDubbbz knows that we have his back over here. He's got all of Lebanon supports iDubbbz against, you know, the H3 podcast. Y'all best believe that.
But this is about all I can say, at least for now. I'm sorry that the stream is so short. I wish I could give you a lot more grease, but I will resume the regularly scheduled content on Thursday. Again, I'm sorry it's so short, but we will be back, and I appreciate you being here for this important announcement.
And we got to make sure to support iDubbbz and be there for him when he comes back with his regularly scheduled content on Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
Have a good day, everyone.
It sucks that he has to deal with this. It's kind of insane. And let's see. So this is the original clip, I think, that he's being sued for.
It's okay. So I do want to...
Sorry, got to turn it down a little bit.
It's okay. So I do want to say I don't agree with what's being said in this comment here.
So he says, I don't agree with what's being said in this comment here. And you can see it right here, Destiny. Quick daily reminder that Ethan from H3H3 is likely a pedophile who has molested his own children. And that was on whatever. January 26.
But I'm putting it on screen because I think it should be addressed, because it's a big, bold accusation that's very fucked up.
This is a big, bold accusation that's very fucked up. And again, he acknowledges that he doesn't believe that it's true. And again, the whole point of doing this was, hey, Ethan, why did you sue people like Denims, Frogan, and then Caseytron for copyright infringement, and you go after anyone on the left who criticizes your show, but you ignore people like Destiny who are literally calling you a pedophile and who are accusing you of molesting your own kids? You say nothing about that? You let him go just because you're afraid of your audience and his audience, because his audience has become your audience at this point, and you rely on his audience for your entire content nuke against Hasan, etc. Like, this is insane. This is bullshit. This is crazy. And anyone who defends this on the internet, anyone who tries to defend this or who tries to make sense of this, is honestly such a fucking hack, such a piece of shit. And whichever audience is like, because if defending this gets you a lot of views and a lot of donations and a lot of subscriptions and a lot of members on your fucking channel, then your audience is fucking insane. Like, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, it's so easy to see who's right and who's wrong in this case. You don't even have to like iDubbbz. And there's a lot of these comments coming up in a second. People that are like, hey, I don't even like iDubbbz, but this is fucked up. So, just insane. Insane. Here are my takes on. I put out a couple of tweets on the situation. I said Ethan Klein is going to get 3 fat L's in a row. Started with Denims. Noah Samson will win. So will iDubbbz. Ethan and Hila have self-destructed their entire brand in the span of 2 years. Something to behold. And I genuinely think that. I think Ethan is going to eat 3 fat L's in a row. I think Denims, you know, has already proven that she's on the path to victory. I think Noah Samson has a very strong case against Ethan because he did not defame Ethan in any way, shape, or form. And I think iDubbbz it just depends how corrupt. I don't know how corrupt the Canadian legal system is, and I don't know how weak the whole thing is. But I think iDubbbz also has a very strong chance of winning, or at least showing that this is a frivolous lawsuit, and Ethan has shown intent to just want to waste and harass this person. So I think a judge should be like, this man is just trying to waste my time. This man is clearly trying to waste my time, and he doesn't even respect the Canadian this is offensive to the Canadian legal system. Any Canadian judge should be offended by this case and by Ethan's, you know, whole attitude about the whole thing. Oh, I'm just taking advantage of Canada's shitty laws. Excuse me? Excusez-moi? You think a bunch of Québécois are going to stand for that? Québécois unite, okay? My people from Quebec, allez-y. Je suis Québécois. Let's fucking do it, okay? My people from Toronto, let's go. Niagara Falls, let's do it. Canada's got to rise up in defense of one of your own. I have another tweet. I went over the H3 subreddit, which we will go over together. Again, don't worry. And I just picked out a couple of just select comments that I found of them celebrating the lawsuit announcement. I said H3 fans are among the absolute worst and also openly admit this isn't about defamation, but about Ian not denouncing CPS and being in Canada where speech protection is known to be weaker. Ethan Klein is the internet's enemy. Here is one example. The groveling Casey-tron style apology from Anissa and her husband will be legendary. Like, how disgusting is this? The groveling Casey-tron style apology from Anissa and her husband will be legendary. Ethan Klein, this is who your fucking content appeals to, my man. This is what your fans want from you. You're disgusting. Your whole show is disgusting. Your whole audience is disgusting. And by the way, holy shit. Bacon and Megs gifting 1 Do Not Worry membership. Let's go. Thank you so much, Bacon. Thank you for the gift. That's so kind. We are at 358 Do Not Warriors. That's so kind. Who got that? It's me, yeah, baby. Just received the membership. Let's go. Thank you so much. You guys keep our little world turning around. Very kind. And then the OP says, I think that has passed. If they did this, Ethan would not sue. They've clearly refused. He looked like he was going to cry. Lol. Nice. Oh, look. iDubbbz looked like he was going to cry because he's about to face potential, you know, financial stress and a year or more of lawsuits. These guys are fucking assholes, man. Another comment. It's crazy that the decision to move to Canada made his situation worse. Had he stayed in America, this wouldn't even be possible, or the case would be much greater in his favor. They're basically admitting that, like, the only reason Ethan is even doing this, the only reason he's even in trouble is because maybe, given Canada's weird defamation or free speech laws, he could be found guilty. So this is literally, like, it could have been avoided if he was just here because they know he did nothing wrong. They all openly admit that this is only happening. He's only in potential legal trouble because he's in Canada and because he's dealing with a spiteful little child called Ethan Klein. It's all out there in the open. They're not even pretending. And look at this. Could have just denounced the CPS visit. He could have just denounced the CPS visit. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's just about showing loyalty. If you're not loyal to Ethan, if he only denounced the CPS visit, this wouldn't happen. So is this about defamation, or is this about personal vendettas and revenge? What is this exactly about? Someone please explain it to me. Because H3 fans seem to know what this is about. They seem to know that this is about, oh, I just want to see the groveling video. They just want to embarrass iDubbbz. They want to take advantage of a situation in Canada that the law is weak and this would be a nothing burger over in the States, but in Canada could potentially get him in trouble, so it's worth giving it a try. And oops, this could have all been avoided if he had just denounced CPS. How petty, how horrible, how toxic are these individuals? It's just insane to me. And this is who, again, Ethan Klein has made it his mission to cater to these people. These are the people I want to make content for. These are the people I want to do goofs and gaffs for. We're going to have fun joking around together. It's crazy. By the way, thank you for everybody who's here in chat. Sorry, I'm not really I can't really keep up too much because it's a lot going on and a lot to keep up with. But hi everyone. Reese Hart, hello. Lemon Mint Cat, hello. Clay Bentrice, how's it going? Asmo 1929, how's it going? Michi, what up? Chris, how's it going? Von Gut, Rosewater, thank you guys so much. We got 241 of you watching live. Consider liking the stream. It would help a lot. We're at 58 likes, 241 watching. Slam that like button. Help us get recommended. Ators with 100 Argentinian pesos. Thank you. Says iDubbbz shouldn't be afraid. He can't lose. If the system were so broken, there wouldn't be any journalists. Reading a tweet from Epstein isn't defamation. Well, that's what's awesome about iDubbbz. He's going to fight this. He's going to fight this. He said, we're going to fight this, and I fucking fully support him. And again, whatever iDubbbz needs, he knows. Okay. We love iDubbbz over here. Friend of the show. Friend of Lebanon. Literally helped feed our displaced people that have been displaced by who? The Israelis. The people that Ethan and Hila love defending over on the H3 podcast. Vlogging our trip to Tel Aviv. Very nice. You know? So, let's go. Let's fucking go. Like, have I not gotten sued because I denounced the CPS visit? That's like, I did denounce the CPS visit. I was like, hey, that's unnecessary. That seems kind of like fucked up. Let's focus on the Zionism and all of that. Is it because of that? You know? Because at this point, they're just suing anyone who hurts their feelings. But yeah, those are my tweets. Those are my takes. Let's explore a couple of other takes from the internet. How is everyone reacting to this? Destiny, quick daily reminder that Ethan from H3 is likely a pedophile who molested his own children. Ethan Klein threatens iDubbbz with a lawsuit. Like, what? This was a clip from
Canadian defamation service. Some fine.
We're gonna rewatch
Canadian
this
lawyers.
footage in a second, so I don't think we need to.
That's right.
To watch this now, but essentially, and I wonder if Ethan is going to announce this tonight. And did Ethan only announce this to distract from the Denim's loss? Like, is that what was that his logic? But I mean, I don't think so, because this paperwork's got to be, you know, the lawsuit must have been in motion for a few weeks at least. You can't just file the paperwork and get it ready in an afternoon. So I guess it was too late for Ethan to stop it, or he still insisted on releasing, on serving the papers to iDubbbz. I have no idea. But if his plan was to distract from the Denim's loss by suing someone else with a horrible case in his favor, like, I'm like, okay, that's just make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, the guy needs to hire a crisis PR firm at this point. He needs desperately someone to like help guide this man. You know what I mean? He's a fucking idiot, and he thinks he understands the law because he's been involved in so many lawsuits, but he doesn't. He genuinely doesn't. And I just want to show you guys a perfect example of that. Just a couple days ago, he had a Reckless Ben on his show to talk about updates about the Lego drama. And Reckless Ben is no longer allowed to talk about bricks and minifigs because they've been able to serve him papers and file a restraining order against him. Okay? So he can no longer talk. He can't talk about the case anymore. So Ethan had the exclusive a couple of days ago. Look how careless he is while talking about the situation, knowing very well that Reckless Ben can get in legal trouble for talking about this, for even mentioning it. Okay? And by the way, they've taken down Reckless Ben's GoFundMe, where he was trying to raise money to pay off Brian Mansell, who had his Lego stolen, and then he was going to use the rest of the money for his law case in case he got sued. This is how carelessly Ethan was dealing with that situation just a couple of days ago.
Come on. Then we've got, what else we got here? We have an exclusive deep dive on your boy, Reckless Benjamin.
Yeah, boy.
Actually, I guess I shouldn't say I spoke to him, but I heard through the grapevine, and I won't reveal my sources.
Like, what the fuck? I shouldn't say I spoke to him. So, I mean, I'm just going to say that I heard it through my sources. Motherfucker, you just fucking revealed it. And they don't even button that moment. Like, no one on the crew has access to the fucking button to be like, hey, Ethan, button, maybe you shouldn't mention that you spoke directly with the guy who's not supposed to talk about this case publicly. Maybe don't fucking mention that, just in case. Even if he can say it, why even take the chance? Why even take the risk? Like, is it funny? Because he's not involved, because it's not his fucking mess right now. He's just he's playing fast and loose with someone else's potential fate. Like, what are we doing here, man? Why are you even doing this?
boy, Reckless Benjamin.
Yeah, boy.
Actually, I guess I shouldn't say I spoke to him, but I heard through the grapevine, and I won't reveal my sources.
I guess I shouldn't say I spoke to him. So I mean, you just said you spoke to him, my guy.
And he wouldn't be allowed to say this because apparently a judge granted Bricks and Minifigs a restraining order against Reckless Ben.
Wow.
So he cannot post part 3 or even talk about them at all.
Ben.
That is such a shame.
So, like, they found a fucking scumbag, corrupt judge to greenlight this, right?
Just like you're trying to find a scumbag fucking judge over in Canada to greenlight whatever the fuck you're trying to do to iDubbbz. He's fucking pretending to be on the side of Reckless Ben and on the side of creators against the man. You are the man, Ethan, in terms of, like, you're the guy fucking suing everyone. You're the man going after small creators, trying to ruin them financially and trying to silence them. You are Bricks and Minifigs in this case. You are Eamon McNeff, the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs. You are the bad guy. As hard as you try, as hard as you may try to paint yourself and convince yourself, I mean, you've convinced your crew because you pay him that you're in the right. It pisses me off.
So outrageous. And now we can't even put out his part. Apparently, he according to sources, he will go to jail if he posts the video.
Can he even, like, to your knowledge, like, announce that?
I don't believe so.
Wow.
He can't even announce it.
Can't tell people. Wow.
And according to sources, he's looking for an attorney, but still hasn't got one. And I'm like, bro, why are you not getting an attorney now?
Yeah.
Just insane how he was like, I didn't talk to him, after clearly making it very obvious that he talked to someone about something that was extremely, extremely sensitive. And just the next day, loses his GoFundMe money. So, just kind of nuts. Let's see. I want to look at some of the comments on Yeet because Yeet is very pro Ethan Klein, very anti iDubbbz. I want to see if there's any support for Ethan here. There probably is because this is the shittiest community on the internet. Look, Zachary Carter. With each consecutive lawsuit, I root more and more for the defendant. Okay, at this point, I really don't know whether or not to be happy or to just roll my eyes, because even if Denims can win, I question the point of these lawsuits other than lighting money on fire. It makes Ethan look petty. We went from the noble cause of stopping people from stealing his content and going after his kids to just suing for the sake of suing, perhaps. I really am on the fence. He's losing. He's losing the Yeet community. The Yeet community that are now carrying the H3 podcast. They carry the flame, okay? They are Charlie Kirk. They carry the flame for Ethan Klein. They're not even... Okay, this guy's like, this is delicious. Great. Good for you. This guy, are you ready for Freddy? I don't like iDubbbz, and I don't know the exact reasons for why he's being sued. Maybe it's justified or something, but I low-key think Ethan is doing too much with these lawsuits. He should just let these losers fade into obscurity instead of giving them attention. I didn't expect this one at all, but he did have that message about his kids like glued to his stream for a while, and he did steal from a charity with Creator Clash, so it's kind of deserved, if very petty. Every single person in Content Cop got sued. Precisely. Almost every person in Content Cop was sued or threatened with a lawsuit. Makes you think that it's not about copyright or defamation or whatever the fuck. It's mainly just about some fucking petty rich asshole with access to a fucking, honestly, horrible lawyer, but smart at making bank. Ethan's lawyer, Rambar Nassim, genuinely, has made a fortune working with Ethan Klein. A fortune. And even Ethan jokes about giving this man generational wealth, even when they both know they have no case. At this point, I don't even think they care about losing. They're like, hey, whatever, let's waste some of their time. It's like, Ethan, my guy, you're looking horrible. Like, this is horrible for your reputation. Your reputation is already in the dirt. Even people that like you, that hate iDubbbz, are starting to turn on you. The toxic fucking incels are like, is this guy just kind of petty? Like, dude, stop. Like, it's fucking insane. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Okay, now some people in support again. You see the freaks love or hate Ethan, but this is content. How much y'all want to bet his wife divorces him? Holy crap, Ethan stomping on his grave. No. Okay, some people being like, iDubbbz, what, you're not protecting the community. I'm not the biggest fan of Ethan, but man, it gives me joy every time he goes after these losers. Who's this freak? What the fuck, man, is up with these people, dude? Okay, anyways. So the Yeet community is mixed. It's safe to say they're mixed, okay? This is a community that is supposed to be 100% in support of Ethan. Like, yeah, fuck these losers. Even they're like, ah. Which again, still, fuck them. But let me see if I missed something. Sorry. Okay, moving on to Guam. Guam had a little comment about the situation. So Denim's tweeted, just one more lawsuit, bro. One more and the reputation won't be dirt. You know, which is a perfectly apt tweet. Just one more, Ethan. That'll make him love you. That'll make everybody love you, Ethan. Just sue one more person. You know it to be true, Ethan. And Guam, girl with a microphone, retweets it by saying, yeah, it's almost like it's not about that. So what the fuck is it about? What is it about exactly? Is it about CPS? Because what does iDubbbz have to do with CPS? What is it about? He didn't make the fucking claim. Is it about the fact that he lives in Canada and Ethan thinks that he could take advantage of some kind of shitty law to fuck him over? What is it about? Is it about justice? Is it about the content cop? It's about the content cop, essentially. It's literally about the content cop. We got Kilo Tonic says moron, idiot. Everybody's just calling her a moron, which is, you know, pretty well deserved. She is a fucking moron. Yeah, it's almost like it's not about that. Then what is it about? What the fuck is it about? Like, even Kino Casino is like, yeah, this is fucking stupid. Why are you defending things that even Kino Casino won't defend? Like, you're defending shit that Nick Eat the Oreo won't defend. Like, this is how low you have to sink to defend Ethan Klein. Like, the fucking incels are like, yeah, we're not touching this one. This is a bit much. The incels, you're now out incelling the incels with your fucking opinions and your online fucking takes just because Papa Ethan pays you? How much is he paying you fucking guys to become fucking like slaves? What is this? It's insane. Absolute brain dead. And entirely brain dead. Mail Slayer says Ethan Klein made disgusting sexual comments about iDubbbz and Anissa. This is sexual harassment, and now he is suing Ian for rolling in the same mud as him. Ethan had been poking the bear for far too fucking long, and it bit back. Stop babying this grown-ass pathetic old man. Let's watch this nasty clip of Ethan. Is this a video? Yep.
By the way, Anissa, talk about sloppy and loser behavior. What a dumbass. Can't believe I felt bad for you. By the way, Anissa reached out. She wants to meet at the Motel 6 tonight at 11.
Excuse me?
Because I'm going to fuck him for her? Because she's the cuck? No good?
Okay, Ian?
Him.
Right.
Anissa reached out to me.
You know, the first time that you made the Anissa the cuck joke,
Well,
it hit
what
really
happened?
good.
Well,
And
what
I feel like each subsequent one we're getting...
That's fucking nasty. That's disgusting to talk about people like that. And he keeps making sexual comments. Remember, and he says innocent, just Instagram story, just being like, hey, I got laser hair removal done. And he went on a fucking 40-minute rant about her personal Instagram story that had nothing to do with him. And he kept insisting like that she's putting that in his face and forcing him to look at that and talking about it publicly. Like, bro, what are we doing? While he makes disgusting sexual jokes and sexual comments and sexually fantasizes about both of them on his fucking podcast with his fucking crew.
We're getting further and further.
What was wrong with the one with that? I thought that
It just sounded weird. Kind of creepy.
Well, it is. That's her thing. I wasn't going to show up, by the way.
Okay.
I
Jewish.
was going to send fake Ethan.
Jewish.
Stop talking about Jewish. Talk about sloppy.
I don't know. Aitor with another dono says it's about revenge, and they admit it all the time as if revenge were justification enough to try to take advantage of the system. It's very spiritually Israeli. It's extremely spiritually Israeli. It's very spiritually Israeli. It's also very spiritually Israeli to have, like, 10 lawsuits open at the same time. Israel's currently bombing, Palestine, Lebanon, Yemen, Gaza, Iran, everybody. They're bombing everybody at the same time. Ethan's suing like 12 people at the same time too. Why have one war when you can fight 12 wars, right? That's how Israel does it. Bo Blacks, friend of the H3 podcast. I mean, he's kind of like a meme in the H3 community, right? But like they had it, the Bo Blacks plushie for the longest time. I would say overall, Bo Blacks is friendly with the H3 community. His talk about the allegations audio bite, was played on there so many times. Here's his take. Crazy how so many people tried to make suing over YouTube beef seem tough and badass. He's basically criticizing every single person who defended Ethan's lawsuits. Based Bo Blacks, let's fucking go. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is abandoning Ethan. Any fan worth a damn has abandoned the H3 podcast. Any creator, like there were so many creative people that were involved with H3, people like Ethan's Basement, and so many artists. Dude, I literally had a Teddy Fresh artist send me an email like a year ago or something, be like, hey dude, I used to work for Teddy Fresh, I used to draw for Teddy Fresh. I feel bad about like me working for these Zionists. If you ever need any kind of art or any designs for like your website, for like if you make merch or whatever, like down to fucking help you. I'm in. So that was how fucking crazy the mass exodus of their fans and creatives that was happening. We had so many people that used to make like memes for H3 and that had H3 clip channels came over to this channel and started making like art and stuff for this channel. It's insane. It's insane. You know what I mean? Eamon Animations. All of these fucking amazingly creative people. Just abandoning them, and that has not been a wake-up call for them. Like, I just don't understand. It's crazy. We have some more reactions online about the whole thing. Niara saying Ethan is a deranged freak who is using his wealth to financially ruin anyone who betrayed him. And betrayed in quotations. All I'm wondering is, how often does the lawsuit mention Hasan? Probably many times. The lawsuit mentions Hasan an incredible amount of times, probably. If it's anything like the lawsuits against Denims, Frogan, and Caseytron, it's gonna be nuts. Absolutely. Let's see what Hasan had to say on the situation real quick. It's a 17-minute video. We might not watch the whole thing.
For defamation, Ethan is a monster, and anyone doesn't see how he's destroying speech online will look back at this with disgust. What the fuck is happening? What is this? Ian Jomha, aka iDubbbz, announced he's being sued by Ethan Klein for defamation. Ethan is a monster, and anyone doesn't see how he's destroying speech online will look back at this with disgust. What is this?
Official. I am being sued by Ethan Klein in the courts of Calgary, Alberta, for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this.
Bro is opening new fronts like he's Israel? No, literally. What the fuck?
Yo. Just said that shit.
I mean, is Ethan Klein the most spiritually Israeli podcaster out there? Like, actually? He's doing NSEG. He's just opening up new fronts for no reason. Why Alberta? Probably stronger likelihood of winning a defamation suit as opposed to America, where there's a lot more, there's a lot stronger rules around it. Ian lives in Edmonton. I'm sorry, I have to keep doing Islamic justified the failed global war on terror, which led to your...
But for now, it is in the hands of the courts and our attorneys. I will say that it worries me what it means for the commentary community, and especially the Canadian commentary community. But this is about...
Bro, iDubbbz becoming a Canadian hero. The hero Canada didn't know they needed, but the hero they deserve. Look at that. Fucking iDubbbz standing up for Canada. Dude, fucking... This really just pisses me off. This pisses me off. And Ethan has sued so many people that, like, I know now personally. And that I really love and that have spent, again, time with me helping and trying to help raise money for Lebanon. All the while, Ethan wastes money and diverts money away because every time one of these creators has to do a fundraiser to raise money because as they should, because they need, if I get sued, I'm going to need to do fucking fundraiser, for example. If I were to get sued, I would need to help. I would need the people's help to pay for whatever lawsuit that I'm, that I'm in. So I completely understand these people having to do these fundraisers. But Ethan takes joy and takes glee in the fact that, oh, look, instead of donating to Palestine, they're donating to a fundraiser for a lawsuit. Lol, and that money's going to be mine. Like, he is unhinged. He is unhinged. And I'm so glad that it is all being reflected in his views and the fact that they're so fucked that Ethan now has to do fish commercials and do fish sponsorships on the H3 podcast. Honestly, I love that. I think that's great.
There, because now we got to talk about...
I want to talk about something happy, something healthy. I want to talk about
Healthy.
Wild Alaskan. See, I'm going to say, I'm not going to go Wild Alaskan Company. No.
So this is from Chronic Sonic. Says Ethan is selling fish now? Washed up YouTuber Ethan Klein is out here selling fish to his remaining loyal fans. Multiple people already reporting shady practices from the company he's partnered with. So folks, you want to get some fresh salmon to your door? You want to get some fresh cod? You know, some good old fish? Do you want to make some fish fillets? You think of H3, folks, order your fish from H3. I promise you guys. All right, I talked about this a little bit on yesterday's stream, which has now become a members-only stream. I promise you, it doesn't matter what I do. And if I ever do work with sponsors, I mean, look, I work with Breaking.com, Lebanon's best source for Lego. They sent me this. I filmed a video for them, and I got a Lego set. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with Lego. Do I want to be sending you guys fresh raw meats to your door? Potentially, like, getting you guys some kind of fucking food poisoning or something? You know? It's just strange. It's just strange. They went from having decent sponsors, you know, to like, hey, y'all want fish? What's next? Is this what Tom Ward's doing? These are the sponsors that Tom Ward is getting the H3 podcast. Let's get some raw fish to the people.
Wild Alaskan Salmon, guys. This is a company that delivers to you fresh, frozen, wild Alaskan fish. It offers the best way to get wild caught, high-quality seafood delivered to your door and on a schedule.
Yeah, you read that ad. You better read that fish ad, Ethan. Look at the script. You see that script? That's what happens when you fuck around and lose your whole fucking audience. That's what happens. You have to read fucking scripts for fish ads on your podcast. How's that feel? Is this why he's just upset? He's just upset that his life has gone to shit, that his podcast has gone to shit. He's just trying to sue anyone who he thinks has contributed to tanking his podcast. Ethan, you tanked your podcast. Hila tanked your podcast. It wasn't anyone calling you a Zionist that tanked your podcast. It wasn't iDubbbz referring to Destiny calling you a pedophile that tanked your podcast. Maybe it wasn't even Destiny calling you a pedophile that tanked your podcast. You did it. You and Hila, by insisting that Israel has a right to, like, defend itself in the most insane fucking ways, by justifying Israel's actions by saying that, well, Hamas uses human shields. Well, Hamas builds bases under hospitals. Well, you know, Israel wouldn't be hitting Lebanon unless Hezbollah was firing rockets. Yeah, for every drone that Hezbollah fires at Israel, Israel has threatened to destroy 10 buildings in Beirut. Well, we don't need to talk about this stuff. But that's the result. Read the fish ad. I want to hear the whole thing.
Now, here's the thing. We were talking about this before the show. Wild caught, it's unintuitive, but it's actually better for the environment and healthier than farm-raised fish.
Keep going. Please, teach me more about fish.
I looked into this a while back. Yeah, thank you. And I was really surprised to learn that, like, thank you. The farm ones, they, like, spread disease.
Yes, please, we have a sample, guys. He's been handed a sample of the fish, of the raw frozen fish that H3 is going to be delivering to your door. You know, show us the fish, Ethan.
Disease and filth to ecosystems, and then their diseases spread to actual wild fish, and it can be really bad for the population. Also, and then you think, look, are we overfishing? Well, specifically the wild Alaskan salmon is not endangered, and I think it's pretty sure it's monitored, so there's no risk of overfishing or anything like that. So this is just good, healthy, real mother-loving fish right here. They got caught, and by the way, it comes like rock solid, so you don't have to worry about, you know.
Let's hear that again.
They got caught, and by the way, it comes like rock solid, so you don't have to worry about, you know. It came a
Artful Decadent says, Ethan continuing with his Gollum arc. We like it raw and wriggling. Goated comparison.
rock solid. You hear that? Yeah. Pacific cod.
But this is too frozen for Gollum's taste. He likes it wriggling. What status?
Sable fish. We cooked up some.
Crazy. I don't think we need to watch Hasan's full coverage. I'm giving you guys the coverage now. I'm the captain now. Okay. Here are just some tweets of like just random people with regular people on Twitter, not streamers, not influencers, etc. Just giving their own opinion. What are the people saying about Ethan Klein right now on Twitter? The average folk, the average people that aren't following the ins and out of every single, beef that's happening with Ethan, because he's had many beefs over the past couple years. This is the little owl. One says Ethan Klein is a threat to freedom of speech on YouTube. We got Steph, 2 Electric Boogaloo, who is a part of this community, I believe, as well. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I used to dislike iDubbbz. I don't watch him, but I have seen enough to 100% see his immense true effort in bettering himself. That's dope, and something Ethan will never do because he's obsessed with self-victimizing / refusing to self-reflect. I have your back. Ian, look at that, people. Regular people on Twitter that don't even like or used to consume iDubbbz's content who have now grown to like iDubbbz and see his growth. And Steph, if she spends any amount of time on the show, she knows that iDubbbz has made a massive turn. He's been here on the show. He's had our back. We have his back. So this is what people are saying online, dude. And Polish Pusher sends a $2 super sticker. Thank you so much. It's a very cute little heart. Thank you so much, Polish. That's very kind. And welcome back in. Nice to see you. Sorry if I missed you. If you were here earlier, I'm sorry if if I've missed you. Also, Michael Alberto. How many followers? 3,000 followers. Ooh, okay. Decent audience says Ethan Klein is such a pussy, bro. I mean, this is all over Twitter. This was all of Twitter yesterday. All day yesterday. By all sorts of people. People who love Ethan, people who hate Ethan, people who don't even care about the situation, but anyone with a fucking brain can tell that this is too much. And one lawsuit, maybe you might look like, okay, I think he really cares about this one thing, and he really feels like his content was stolen, even though, we know what's up. But like, Noah Samson, Reddit, iDubbbz, literally threatening everyone with lawsuits. At some point, you become the boy who cried wolf, man. When everything is anti-Semitism, when everything is defamation, when everything is copyright infringement, it ceases to mean anything. You just look like a fucking insane, petty piece of shit. And now even your fans, well, not all your fans, we're going to look at their Reddit in a second, but even your fans and your audience knows what's up at this point. Like, that's insane. And just crazy what he's done to his own reputation. And again, forget about him and his IDF wife Ela Klein. It's like your employees, man. Like, don't you care for your employees? What happens once the channel views hit $200,000 and the amount of ad revenue you gets slashed in half again, and the amount of donos you're getting on stream and memberships gets slashed in half again? Who's going to have to get a pay cut first? Who's going to have to get fired first? Are you going to have to shut down the whole podcast? You're literally endangering everyone on your fucking staff's job, man. Like, just like bricks and minifigs. Instead of sucking up what they had to do and just, hey, pay off Ryan Mansell the 50 or 60K, make him whole for his Lego collection, they decided to get petty about it. They decided to take things to fucking court and to get into these long, drawn-out, expensive lawsuits. And look at them now. People are boycotting their fucking stores. The independent store owners that work with the bricks and minifigs are now losing hundreds of customers and thousands of dollars a month in revenue. Their stores' reputations are in the toilet because of their parent company, because of corporate, because of the CEO and a couple of other store managers who fucked it up for everyone else. Now, I'm not defending the crew. The crew had so many opportunities to speak up, to leave, to protest what Ethan and Ela were saying on the show. And I'm particularly, you know me, I'm disappointed the most in AB and Lena, just because they're Lebanese and they're Arab and they're from the area. Their family has homes in the south that are currently displaced by Israel. They're directly affected by what's going on. And they still kind of sat there and let Ethan and Ela spew whatever fucking bullshit they wanted. And they were still happy to get the paychecks rather than leaving. I'm also disappointed in Dan because I just expected better from Dan as someone who's intelligent. But regardless of that, I'm not going to defend. But like, also, think of your staff, man. Like, think of your staff. It's just nuts. He doesn't give a shit, does he? And then we have so this is like someone that is defending iDubbbz, but with a massive disclaimer. There's a lot of these. There's also a lot of these with denims. Like, I hate denims. I hate her orbit. I hate Hassan Piker. But I must say, I stand with denims in this case. So this is another one of those, but for iDubbbz. Let's see. Defamation suits. Defamation suits are not controversial and not a threat to commentary inherently. They happen a lot without anyone batting an eye, and it's good that there's legal recourse for damaging slander. To me, the amount of clout and influence someone has is very important to the calculation of whether a suit like this is justified. Noah Samson's pro-genocide claim reached 1.4 million views, and the impact of his rhetoric was felt everywhere due to the militancy and size of the pro-Palestine left online. I also completely disagree with the fact that this is calling Ethan pro-genocide. He didn't say he's pro-genocide. He'd say who backed a genocide and then made his case as to why he thinks that Ethan Klein is a Zionist. And he showed a whole bunch of Zionist claims that Ethan has made on his show. So that led someone like Noah to believe that, hey, this person sounds like a Zionist. And that is, in a way, backing a genocide. Okay? That was Noah's opinion on the matter. And he did provide documentation and video evidence to back up his claim. iDubbbz, however, has no similar impact. Plastering up that Destiny message over his stream was very dumb and not a protected form of speech. But this isn't something anyone takes seriously. This is partly because iDubbbz's streams are low viewership, but also because he simply has no serious allies. Excuse me? I beg to differ, sir. I beg to differ. iDubbbz has some very serious allies, and he's got one of them right here. I know I'm a little bit far. I'm not close to North America. I'm not close to Canada. But we have iDubbbz's back. I am Lebanon's greatest streamer, obviously. So I get to decide who Lebanon backs and who they don't back. And we back iDubbbz. He has a whole country at his back. iDubbbz and Anissa. Again, Anissa is half Lebanese. You know what I mean? They're part of the family. iDubbbz is an honorary Lebanese person. iDubbbz has Anissa's last name. He's iDubbbz Juma. Let's go. He's one of us, folks. He's one of us. So we love iDubbbz. We have his back. We'll have his back forever. So he has a whole bunch of other creators that have his back, like Hasan, like Denims, like everybody who stood with him before. Everybody who stood with Denim stands with iDubbbz. Everyone who stands with Hasan stands with iDubbbz. Don't think for a second that iDubbbz is in this alone. Is he a small streamer, and does he have small reach as a streamer? Absolutely. So do I. It's crazy for Ethan to go after someone who, like, imagine Ethan going after me when I average between 100 to like 300 viewers. You defamed me. You've cost me reputational damage. It's like, bro, first of all, I don't say anything that is defamatory. Everything is an opinion, and everything is backed up by things that you've said or done in the past, right? But either way, you think I've had an actual impact on like your reputation? You think I'm capable? Maybe a little bit. I might be able to sway like 5 or 10 people to like stop watching your show, but you've done that all yourself. I didn't call people to come to my channel. People discovered my channel by mistake because I was criticizing you, and they felt like they had things in common with me and what I was saying. They were agreeing with me. Some of them felt the exact same way and were like, hey, thank you for voicing what I've been feeling for the past couple of months watching the H3 podcast. So that's kind of how it is. But if Destiny, with his hundreds of thousands of viewers and his tens of thousands of people that watch him live, I don't know how many people watch Destiny live, but him calling you a pedophile, that is dangerous, and that can cause you reputational harm. Not iDubbbz simply looking at that comment and putting it up on screen after calling it out and saying that he doesn't agree with it. He acknowledged that he doesn't think it's true. But and I've said that before, but like, for example, Ethan Klein has damaged my reputation far more than I could ever damage Ethan Klein's reputation. Anytime Ethan Klein streams or does a stream and mentions me, that stream will be watched, let's say, by like 400,000 people. So if Ethan calls me an anti-Semite or like a freak or a racist, there's now 400,000 people that think of me as a racist, as an anti-Semite, etc. I don't have an audience nearly as big as Ethan's. I have 29,000 subscribers on this channel. So if I call Ethan Klein a Zionist or an asshole, I can only affect at most, and that's if everyone's watching my fucking show. Like, but usually there's like 300 people watching. My stream will get, let's say the stream gets 5,000 views total. 5,000 people have heard me call Ethan Klein a Zionist, while 400,000 people are going to hear Ethan Klein call me an anti-Semite. Who's actually making a difference in whose reputation? Who's actually defaming who in this case? Who actually has more of an impact when they say that shit? Every time I put out a tweet, I get called Millhouse and anti-Semite, and I love to see Jewish people running for their lives, etc., etc. So make no mistake, Ethan Klein has had a much bigger negative impact on my reputation than I could ever have a negative impact on his reputation. So, you know, and I've had to deal with that shit since starting this thing. But I don't give a shit about Ethan talking about me, because he's brought me a lot of people like you. The more he talks and the more he spews Zionist propaganda and tries to defend Israel, the more people discover this show, because we're not fucking insane and unhinged over here. Aitor sends another dono. Says, honestly, the crew deserve it. The whole crew are sellouts. Sellouts are the group of people I hate the most because they have no morals. It's all about demone. That's true, Aitors. Thank you for those Argentinian pesos. Let's go. Clay Bentrice with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Clay Bentrice. That's very kind. Says Ethan Klein is YouTube's public enemy #1. YouTube, Twitch, all sorts of social media at this point. Anywhere where people can share their opinion online and criticize someone, Ethan Klein is your enemy, because those precedents can apply to any single social media platform, any form of communication. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't feel bad for the crew at all. But at this point, if Ethan, like, does Ethan not feel bad for the crew? Does Ethan not care if they lose their jobs or not? It seems to me that he does not at all. You know? So let's continue reading this tweet. I went on a tangent when they said iDubbbz has no allies. iDubbbz has, there's 344 people watching right now. Those are 344 allies that iDubbbz has. He's got me. He's got the crew. He's got my cats. He's got all of Lebanon. And he's got our boy Jindy Dukers as well. A cease and desist, if he kept doing it, would have been acceptable. But a lawsuit after he's already apologized, already moved on, already abandoned by his allies, literally just sadistic. And again, I'm going to have to take issue with abandoned by his allies, but this is fucking insane. He's already sent the cease and desist. iDubbbz has already apologized, like, hey, I'm sorry I engaged with that. I shouldn't have said it. I'm sorry. We're going to stop talking about you. We're going to stop talking about this. It's still not enough. Ethan wants iDubbbz to grovel. He wants iDubbbz to do what Ryan Kavanaugh made Ethan do one year ago, or whenever the fuck that happened. The apology, the public apology. When Casey Tron did it, it made Ethan feel good. It made his community feel good. They like seeing a woman in that kind of situation. They like controlling what someone has to say. They like embarrassing someone, and there was nothing embarrassing about what Casey Tron said or did. Bless her. She's done with this fucking shit. She is free. Kate from Canada sends $3 Canadian and says, don't forget to like the stream. Kate from Canada, thank you so much. We salute you. Thank you so much for the generous contribution. That is so kind and sweet. Everybody, like the stream. We have 351 viewers, but only 115 likes. Like the stream. Let's get this shit recommended. Let's go. And also, subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, if you want to jump into the live chat and say hello, engage with the community, you got to subscribe to the channel. But it'll be worth your time. We do a lot of fun live streams like this. I'm constantly following up on this situation. So, Nicholas the Oreo, Nick Eat the Oreo, has chimed in as well.
iDubbbz is now being.
Let me It's also going to be, you know, with a disclaimer, but he's going to disavow Ethan. It's like pulling teeth with these people, but even some of them, which is, look, fuck these guys. I'm never going to show them any props, but it's just good to see that even Ethan's allies with these disgusting incel audiences are going to try to distance themselves from this. Once they distance themselves from this, it's going to affect Ethan's viewership even more. And it's going to confuse his lawsuit strategy. I don't even know what his strategy is anymore, because nothing is working for his views. Nothing is good for his views. And if he thought an iDubbbz lawsuit is good for views, then fuck, I don't know, man. Let me just move myself a little bit from here so y'all can see the little Pope thing. Why is he called the Pope, by the way?
iDubbbz is now being sued by Ethan Klein. We're going to go over some brief, more recent iDubbbz before we check out Nick Nobody's video. And obviously, I mean, you guys know my position on this. iDubbbz is now being sued by Ethan Klein. We're going to go over some brief, more recent iDubbbz before we check out Nick Nobody's video. And obviously, I mean, you guys know my position on this. I think this is fucking stupid. I think this is just entirely spite-driven. And it doesn't really make any sense to me to do, but whatever. That's the direction he's going in. I give the disavowal or whatever that I told you I'd give if he did it.
He says, I think this is spite-driven. I give the disavow. I think this is stupid. So, he can't even say it with his full chest. He can't even say it with a full heart. But he's got to, at least he farted it out.
iDubbbz is now being sued by Ethan Klein. We're going to go over some brief, more recent iDubbbz before we check out Nick Nobody's video. And obviously, I mean, you guys know my position on this. I think this is fucking stupid.
Yo, Diego says, any mookers in chat? First of all, I gotta say, shout out to Adam McIntyre and the muckers community. I found out recently they reacted to like one of our streams talking about denims. Adam McIntyre, we salute you. Thank you to the mookers. Hello, mookers. Welcome here. Welcome. Okay, y'all are welcome here. Do Not Warriors are welcome. And Adam's chat, let's go. Okay, we're all in this together, folks.
I think this is just entirely spite-driven, and it doesn't really make any sense to me to do, but whatever. That's the direction he's going in. I give the disavowal or whatever that I told you I'd give if he did it. iDubbbz is now...
Okay, you give the disavow. Are you gonna make it more explicit? Are you gonna like officially criticize the guy when he tries to gloat about these fucking things? Like, it's not enough to just disavow it in a 30-second clip. All right, I disavow it. Well, you were celebrating all the other fucking lawsuits. And do you not think that you celebrating all the other lawsuits didn't push Ethan to want to sue iDubbbz? Because when he announced his lawsuits against Denims, Frogan, and Casey Tron, people were celebrating him like, oh, this is great. This is fantastic. Let's go. People like you, people like Asmongold, calling it based and whatever the fuck. So, you know, you gave Ethan views. You gave him, you know, engagement on his podcast. He was excited. He was happy. So he's like, I'll do it again. I'll do it with Noah Samson. I'll do it with iDubbbz. I'll do it with everyone. And now you're like, oh, I disavow. After Denims fucking embarrassed him and got that tentative W, got that tentative ruling. Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, you know, that's not such a great idea. Motherfuckers, you guys were beyond ecstatic when he was suing everyone else. You and your shitty communities. You know? Denims did you guys the biggest fucking favor, bro. She did. At least I know enough to say thank you, Denims. Thank you for fucking fighting this, and thank you for beating Ethan. Using his own fucking precedent. Thank you. And so thank you to old Ethan as well. But these fuckers will never say that. They'll never say I was wrong. Thank you. Congratulations, Denims, for beating this fucking frivolous lawsuit, you know? Now they're just going to quickly be like, well, yeah, you know, I disavow. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about this too long. I don't want to focus on this. It's crazy. Guys, good news. I'm starving. I'm very hungry, but no snack break, no food break. That's going to happen after the stream's done. Let's go. PPP, the guy, the big guy from Kino Casino, okay? Now, this is the biggest disclaimer I've ever seen. He's going to spend, like, literally 1,000 words disavowing iDubbbz to then be like, but I agree with iDubbbz. So let's, again, fuck this guy. They've shat on everyone. They've shat on me. They've shat on the show. They hate everybody, okay? And we're not fans of theirs on the show, of course. But I just want to, this again goes to prove our point. says Ian Washburn once said, either all speech is okay or none of it is okay. The implication being, in a free society, we must tolerate some speech we find distasteful, disgusting, or even untrue in order to preserve our general liberties. Ian Joma has since stated that after he matured, he believes none of it is okay, and any speech that offends anyone for any reason is unacceptable and should be punished. I don't think he said it should be punished. He just asked, he said sorry. These people are fucking crazy. Someone apologizing for offending people in the past is like, he claims all bad speech should be punished. Where did he fucking say that? He said, hey, I'm sorry if I hurt you in the past by saying the N-word or using a slur. You know, he's just trying to like own up to the bad things he said. Just being extremely sweet and considerate of other people. He's trying to mature. People should be punished. It's unacceptable. He's never fucking said that. He's literally just saying, hey, if I hurt you, if my content hurt you in the past, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be better. Crazy how they interpret something like that. Isn't that nuts? He moved to Canada, a country that sadly agrees with his newfound views. It is hard to find any sympathy for the position he finds himself in, especially considering he was signal boosting, perhaps the worst thing you could say about anyone, let alone a former best friend. Oh, so he's being sued for signal boosting, right? And by the way, I didn't know that signal boosting something also involved you saying that you disagree with it. He's literally like, hey, I disagree with this, by the way. This is fucked up. This is a fucked up accusation. But we just need to talk about it for a couple of seconds because you're trying to make a point as well. Why is Ethan not going after the guy who made that claim? And he's going after 3 random creators who reacted to his video. Isn't that crazy? Mike Romeo 24 sends $5 Canadian, says love from Canada. Thanks for a chill stream to listen to while I binge Diablo 4. Well, thank you for being here from Canada. Which part of Canada are you from, Mike? French Canadian or English Canadian? I need any excuse to use my Québécois accent. Vous êtes Québécois? Are you from le Québec? Do you know Rock Voisine, French Canadian singer Rock Voisine? French Canadian sensation Rock Voisine, who performed in Lebanon and who I met and got his signature on the ticket, folks. He's saying, if you guys want good French Canadian Christmas music, look no further than the Rock Voisine Christmas album. You're welcome. And thank you for supporting the show. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Okay, so, especially considering he was signal boosting perhaps the worst thing you could say about anyone, let alone a former best friend. That they molest their own children in a context where CPS had been called for BS reasons and you justify the CPS call to millions of people. He did not justify the CPS call to millions of people. He smugly believed because he was on the right side of history that his victory was inevitable and that any despicable tactic was justified against enemies of progress, i.e. whoever Hasan disagrees with. I love how they always make this about Hasan and not like the issue at hand, which is Palestine, Israel, etc. Like they forget that Anissa has family in Lebanon. Anissa has family that is directly impacted, and therefore iDubbbz has family in Lebanon. Israel's actions in Lebanon directly impact iDubbbz and Anissa, but no, it's always about Hasan. Oh, they're defending Hasan, my guy. They're speaking out against a genocidal entity that is bombing their country. iDubbbz is now Lebanese, spiritually Lebanese at least. Anissa is literally Lebanese. So they're not taking sides and they're not criticizing Israel and they're not upset with Ethan because he's criticizing Israel because they like Hasan. They're upset because their country, Ian's wife's country, is being bombed by Israel. Her family is at risk because of Israel. Homes, people, children, women. It's crazy to me that they always, it's Hasan, they're defending Hasan. Who talked about Hasan here, man? These fucking people are obsessed. Everybody's obsessed with Hasan. Because everyone is obsessed. Everybody's always thinking about sexy, stupid Hasan. Everyone's obsessed with the guy. Even this fucking guy. He's talking about Ethan suing iDubbbz. He brings in Hasan. It's crazy. Okay, so There's so much Schadenfreude to relish in seeing someone who believes others' speech should be silenced, being silenced themselves. He does not think anyone should be silenced. Who fucking... When did iDubbbz ever say that people should be silenced? When did iDubbbz ever call for someone to get to be deplatformed or canceled? He criticized Ethan in the content cop. His goal was like dialogue and to try to see Ethan change, not silence Ethan or get Ethan taken off YouTube. It is very easy for me to laugh at this situation and say, you reap what you sow and play stupid games, win stupid prizes. However, there we go. He gave the disclaimer. He gave the massive disclaimer, like, I have made my career shitting on iDubbbz, so here's the proof I still hate iDubbbz. Let me make fun of him. But now he's getting to the serious part. However, it doesn't change the fact I believe the same things that Ian Washburn once believed. Also, look at how he's trying to play it. When he talks about Ian in the past, he uses Ian Washburn. When he talks about present Ian, woke Ian, he calls him Ian Joma. So, very clever there. So, however, it doesn't change the fact that I believe the same things that Ian once believed. I want a society where people feel free to criticize anyone or anything, no matter how rich or powerful they may be. Where people can make jokes and offend anyone without fear of financial ruin or imprisonment. Private attacks on speech are just as serious as attacks from the state. None of us want to live in a world where rich, petty, private tyrants like Ethan Klein can police speech and silence criticism with lawfare and producing a chilling effect on broader expression. I cannot, for those reasons, support this lawsuit in principle. Again, these are Ethan Klein fans at this point. They might criticize and troll on Ethan, but a lot of their audience is very much aligned with where Ethan's audience is aligned when it comes to iDubbbz, Hasan, Frogan, Denims, etc. There's a lot of overlap there. I was born a Canadian citizen and have no choice but to live under the tyranny of these laws that one day may be used to silence me and destroy my livelihood. iDubbbz, however, has an easy solution to all of this. All he has to do is simply move back to America, into the loving embrace of freedom and Donald Trump. The lawsuit judgment... Sorry, that was... Into the loving embrace of freedom and Donald Trump. That made me laugh. Because, like, I think, is he serious when he says that? Because that's just so absurd. iDubbbz, however, has an easy solution to all of this. All he has to do is simply move back into the loving embrace of freedom and Donald Trump. The lawsuit judgment will be unenforceable against him from a foreign state due to the Speech Act. Does this all go away if iDubbbz just moves to America? I don't think that's how it works. Afterwards, he should repent of being a tyrannical, freedom-hating, F-word, and kiss the soil in America with joy, treasuring the freedom that so many others in this world will never have. He does not need your donations or even moral support because all he needs to do is go home. He would never do the same for any of us either. Yes, he totally would, by the way. I am an internet clown for a living, basically, a professional troll, and so don't want to have to be serious and shouldn't be taken as such. But if you wanted my non-shitpost take, here it is. Ators with another dono says at this point iDubbbz's rear end is more Lebanese than Gimp AB and Pop Selena combined. Those are some creative nicknames right there. So even this disgusting evil person, one of the most hateable characters on the internet, thinks that Ethan Klein is overdoing it. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just insane, huh? So. Now, before we get... I do want to watch some... I want to go back and watch the content of Ethan sort of talking about this and when he first teased those lawsuits against iDubbbz. But before we get that done, I just want to read some H3 production comments. Reddit. Okay, these are H3's biggest fans, part of the Reddit community. Let's see what they have to say. So this is the post. Ethan is suing iDubbbz. 1.2k upvotes, 435 comments. Let's see. Hugh says, how busy is Ethan's lawyer? He's got Canadian lawyers on this case, lol. Harley wearing a disguised mustache on top of his real mustache. Hilarious H3 references. The other Zionist, Harley, who denies that there's a genocide or famine happening in Gaza, that guy. Hilarious. He's wearing a fake mustache. And he's on Kate's shoulders under a long trench coat. Oh, is that girl with a microphone? I love all those inside H3 jokes. I love the new generation. Okay, this is so fucking sad. But Kate's in a car seat. Oh my god, now I'm picturing them on the way to trial. Harley still on top of the shoulders. Kate driving, sitting in a car seat, crying emoji. They have a radio in their hat. David is communicating to them when to turn. Yo, these people are fucking nuts. They're writing full-on fan fiction about Harley Morenstein and Guam. Uzaber? I'm sorry, I had to say it in Arabic. There's no word in English that describes my, like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? This is insane. Insane, dude. Kate from Canada says so much Canadian hate. Why? Who's hating on Canada? Who's hating on Canada here? Okay, we love Canada. Our Canadian brothers and sisters. Snark Fucker says we're going international. Ooh, Snark. Very nice. Snark Fucker. It's Bunny says Ethan has multiple lawyers for the 3 copyright lawsuits, and Noah's he has one. For the class action lawsuits against the AI companies, he has another, and now he has another one, Canadian, to sue Ian. Put your bets, folks. Is Ethan going to try to find a Lebanese lawyer to sue my ass? Over what? Hey, it's always a mystery with Ethan, right? They'll make up a reason. They'll just make one up. They don't need an actual reason. They just have to say that they're upset about something. Damn, Ethan is rich. I hope he sees some returns from all of these lawsuits. They have really been fucked over this last year plus. It's pretty clear from the insane watches he's bought in a short time frame that he's going to be okay financially either way. I feel bad for the harassment he's gotten simply for being Jewish and wanting innocent people not to die, but I struggle to feel sympathy for him financially. He's gotten harassment for simply being Jewish and wanting innocent people to not die. Really, if he wants innocent people to not die, maybe stop saying that Hamas has bases under hospitals and that Hamas uses human shields. Because that sounds like he's justifying people dying. It doesn't sound like he's upset that they're dying. He sounds like that's a yes but answer. Yes, those Palestinians did die, but they were used as human shields. That's what Ethan sounds like when he talks. Okay, everyone, are they talking about how many lawyers he has? Let's go to another post. He talks slower than molasses. Okay, they're talking about Ian right here. He's worried about actions having consequences. In Canada, how noble of him. Could have just denounced the CPS visit. 417 upvotes. Look at these fucking maniacs. Could have just denounced CPS. 417, man. Isn't that insane? Didn't even need to go that far. He could have done everything up until having that Destiny tweet up over his stream. Trust me, guys, he would have found a reason. They're so desperate to cling on to a reason and to justify Ethan's lawsuits. He would have found any reason to sue iDubbbz. You think it would have... The Destiny tweet is what he thinks is going to give him the best chance. They were digging. They're digging to find any reason to sue him, man. To sue anyone. Literally. He should just not have put the picture up. You guys are... These people are so willing to live under tyranny. They're so happy. They're just change the goalposts every day. Well, at least, at least we don't have to eat shit. Like, it's... Insane, insane. The desperation to not paint Ethan as a villain or to not see him as the villain that he actually is. So why not sue Destiny? To my understanding, Destiny was mad. Ethan accused him of sexual harassment, so he posted that with some sort of disclaimer like, wow, doesn't it suck when people post lies about you, Ethan? Ian reposted the accusation with none of the context, making it seem like an assertion of fact. Like, I know it's all screwy because it's social media, but it's in the same spirit of Destiny saying Ethan wouldn't hate. So they're saying because Destiny said it as a joke. Oh, so that makes it okay. Also, I really doubt Ethan and Hila care about what Destiny says or thinks about them. They've never met Destiny. They're not friends. We're still going with the they're not friends narrative. On the other hand, they saw Ian as a close friend. Oh, so he's doing it because it's personal and he's petty. You think that makes... You think a judge gives a shit? Oh, but sir, he knows them personally, so, well, you must sue them. They must lose the case. Like, why even bring up... Well, he knows them personally. That's why he's going to sue them. Really? You're more likely to sue someone you know personally? You're more likely to sue a friend than someone you've never met? I'll tell you something. I'm way more likely to meet someone that I've never met before rather than suing someone that used to be my friend and came to my house, etc. And if someone that used to be my friend made a video, like, criticizing me in good faith, I would actually try to listen to that criticism and maybe try to engage with it instead of threatening to sue them. Maybe that's just me though. Maybe I'm fucking crazy, right? Someone they saw Ian as a close friend, someone they took career hits to stick up for and defend, someone who had met their kids, etc. If they could sue both Destiny and Ian, I'd imagine they'd have more heat for Ian. Destiny is just internet beef. Ian and Issa was a genuine personal betrayal. Yeah, I'm sorry. Genuine personal betrayal is not applicable in a court of law. I don't think you can use that. Sir, I would like to cite genuine personal betrayal in this court. Not how it works. So I need 1 spoonful of honey because I'm doing a lot of yapping. My blood is now 60% honey. And I've ordered a second jar, folks. Baroness Unicorn says, but Your Honor, I defended him when people were mean to him. Exactly. But Your Honor, he released the content cop while I was live. No one cares, Ethan. No one cares. This shit doesn't count in a court of law. He didn't denounce CPS. He didn't put out a tweet. Even Millhouse put out a tweet denouncing CPS. Why couldn't iDubbbz, my best friend? It's like, bro. It's not how the law works. Unless that's how it works in Canada, which, hey, that's fucking crazy. If this is what Canada's up to, damn. Or even just stayed silent. Like, Ethan was vocal about how hurt he was about the silence, but the war zone on Ian and Issa didn't actually kick off until the content cop. There's a world where Ian and Anissa just continued on in silence, probably losing a friend in the process, if they ever really did consider themselves friends, but otherwise maintaining their reputation, at least much more than now. Of course, creator class seems to have been doomed to fail regardless, so perhaps they'd end up here anyway. Point is, the content cop was a massive error in judgment. Crazy. Bro is quaking in his cold socks. Look at that. Imagine fucking saying that. Someone quaking in their cold socks about Ethan Klein. I'm tired, boss. Same, friend. I was as well when I initially saw this. Then I realized it was for the Ethan is a pedophile siren and quickly changed my mind. That was fucking revolting behavior by iDubbbz, and I completely understand why he would do this. Oh, okay. So this person for a while was like, you know what, maybe this lawsuit is one too many. But then I quickly remembered that iDubbbz accused Ethan of being a pedophile, so I'm okay with this now. It's like, bruh, he talked about someone else making the fucking accusation. Imagine how tired they are of 3 years of coordinated harassment that has done significant harm to their podcast and brand. My guy, what would you say about iDubbbz and Anissa? They've been through like 5 years of coordinated harassment that has done significant harm to their everything and brand, their whole fucking lives. What are you talking about? If anyone understands this, it's iDubbbz and Anissa. Constantly suing people is doing nothing for their reputation on either side, though. Whether it's understandable to the diehard fans doesn't really matter. Ethan has an exhausting amount of petty, but I'm here for it. Again, 29 upvotes. Ethan, this guy is, you know, these are the people you're still doing this for, Ethan. Those 12 fucking freakish Redditors that you have that are like, I'm here for it. I'm here for Ethan's lawsuits. Keep burning the hundreds of thousands of dollars, Ethan. Keep doing it. Keep ruining your reputation. Even if he wins the lawsuit against iDubbbz, even if he wins it, what is he gonna prove? Who's gonna congratulate Ethan over this? Who's gonna be like, yeah, fuck yeah, base, bro? No one gives a fuck. The people who you want to be supporting you, the Kino Casinos, the Nick the Oreos, they don't give a fuck. They think it's stupid. They think it's petty. Haley, how's it going? I don't know, man. I just miss the jolly. Jolly died when his kids were involved. He's been clear on this. It's not coming back till he feels his family is secure. Oh my fucking god, dude. Do you think suing iDubbbz is gonna make your family secure, you fucking idiot? How many upvotes is... Okay, 18 upvotes. At least, you know. Because Twitch won't moderate the Hasan orbit sphere and Reddit actively supports the H3 snark page. Motherfucker, this is literally a snark page. Literally, the only recourse he has is to put the fear of financial ruin in the industrial hate complex. And it's more or less worked. The biggest names involved in the H3 family harassment have scattered like roaches, even those not sued yet. No one wants to risk stepping on a rake that allows Ethan to force them to pay tens of thousands in attorney fees, regardless of if Ethan can win or not. Main show is also heavy on goofs, gaffes, and typical celeb drama. War Room hardly happens anymore. Lawsuits are just the occasional news we get on Reddit for the most part. Guante. Oh my god, dude. The show is goofs and gaffes. Goofs and gaffes on his family, you mean? The goofs and gaffes when he's making fun of his nieces and nephews? And his brother-in-law? And Hila's there insulting her brother and bringing up all this personal family shit that we don't need to be fucking hearing? That's the fun goofs and gaffes show that they're talking about? Dude, these people are fucking nuts. Ultimate denial. If you're watching live, folks, don't forget to click the like button. Don't forget to like the stream. Also consider becoming a channel member. Channel members get exclusive content. We're trying to get to 500 channel members, folks. We're at 300 and... Ooh, let me update. We're at 358 channel members currently. Ba-bang. There we go. Channel members get access to exclusive content. You get my love and appreciation. And you guys get also access to some fun stickers in the live chat. Okay. I'm sure Ethan misses it too. He didn't ask for this crap. I support. He is totally asking for this crap. Are you shitting me? He's not asking for these fucking lawsuits? Do you think Ethan Klein is not asking for these fucking lawsuits? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Holy... Artful Decadence with 5 gifted Do Not Worry memberships. Holy shit. Holy hell. Artful, that is way too kind. That is way too generous. We got Greek Hacker. We got a Greek Hacker in the house. Evelyn OK. Sabrina. Kyle. And your backseat co-host are all now members. Artful. W's in the chat for Artful, folks. So kind and so generous. That is way too nice. That is what a lovely surprise. That is. We got 6 new members today, folks. 6 new channel members to enjoy exclusive content and some sticker action. Artful says, gonna walk the dog now. Switching to my phone. Enjoy the walk. Our love to the little puppers. I've enjoyed the show for many years and honestly enjoy it these days as much or even more than ever. But the negative press and internet perception gets to be a lot. It's extremely rare to run into another fan in the wild. Much more common to see comment sections full to the brim with hate. Just not as good feeling. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going anywhere. Just want the legal shenanigans to be behind us. Try After Dark. Oh my god, please no. Good. Make it legally proven that the allegation was baseless and false so his 3 boys don't ever have to be put at risk for being bullied over iDubbbz's vile claim. What? iDubbbz didn't even make the claim. Dude, who are these freaks, man? iDubbbz didn't even make a fucking claim. Good. Make it legally proven that the allegation was baseless and false so his 3 boys don't ever have to be put at risk for being bullied over iDubbbz's vile claim. My guy. Ethan is out there bullying kids on his fucking show. He's bullying his nephew and niece. He's making fun of his nephew's name, by the way. What are we talking about? His kids are going to get bullied. If they're going to get bullied, it's because of Destiny. Destiny put that shit out there, man. He's fucking spoke that shit into existence. He put it out there in the ether. What are we doing? That is insane, man. That is completely unhinged. These people are fucking nuts. He better not start a GoFundMe. Anissa said they are set for life financially. Again, so they just want to see them lose money. They just want to see them be financially harmed. It's all that matters to them. I'm afraid of what the consequences for my actions will do to the commentary community. I don't know, man. Maybe you should have thought of that before you spread some really fucked up shit. But also, it's not going to affect anyone but you. This isn't the first. Oh, it's gonna affect. It's gonna affect a lot of Canadian content creators. What do you mean? Is he the only streamer in Canada? I don't understand. You know? I feel like Ethan could use his money for better things, like a new chair for Dan or blimp for James Charles. Hasn't this poor man suffered enough? He lives sockless, freezing in a remote shack, eating nothing but tinned beans and old bagels. And Isa keeps saying they're set for life financially. Laughing emoji. Dude, these people are so fucking cruel. These people are so fucking cruel, man. Like, sure, was I laughing earlier at Ethan for selling fish on his podcast, for taking a frozen fish sponsorship? Sure, but that's because he's a fucking millionaire who is trying to impoverish every single creator who criticizes him. So I'm punching up, as they say, okay? Ethan likes to punch down. Ethan and his audience like to ruin people that are like regular fucking middle class people, bro. Like, if I were to get sued, it would be devastating for me. I'm a middle of the road, middle class streamer. Like, even with my audience level, like, I'm a regular, you know, like, working class streamer, blue collar. You know what I'm saying? We stream almost every single day. I have a moderately sized audience, a humble everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the everyday streamer. There are streamers that are way more successful, and there are streamers that, you know, stream to 5 people and 7 people when they're live streaming, who also have like another job on the side. I'm a full-time streamer who does this. I would get financially wrecked by a fucking lawsuit. Are you kidding me? These people would laugh about it if Ethan were to announce some kind of any legal action against me for any reason. These people would be laughing at me. They would clip this section of me talking about how I can't afford a lawsuit. Well, you shouldn't have fucked around and found out. You shouldn't have talked about Ethan on your show. You shouldn't have done this and that. Like, they don't give a shit. They just want to see you pay. They just want to see you pay. Haley D says, your local blue-collar streamer unionized. Right? We need a union. I need rights, goddammit. I need health insurance. I need vacation time. I don't get no vacation time. Isn't that crazy? Mad Dog Maddie says, going to bed now. Good night, y'all. Good night, Mad Dog. Good night. Right? This one seems a waste. It has less ground. If anything, the person getting sued should be Destiny, or am I crazy? Look at that, man. They ask, like, they are gaslighting themselves. Like, shouldn't Destiny be getting sued for saying this, or am I just crazy? I'm crazy, right? I'm crazy. It's like, no, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're being very normal here. You're being very normal and rational. You know who's not being normal and rational? Your god, Ethan Klein. Look at that, dude. Am I crazy? No, you're not crazy, dude. The situation is crazy. That's what's crazy. In my defense, Your Honor, all my friends say this fucked up shit, so I should be able to as well. What else is there? I understand Ethan is a family man and his family experienced some horrendous trauma as people use their legal system to harass him disingenuously, and he wants to turn the system back on them. I get it. I won't tell him he's wrong to do what he feels he needs to do to protect his family. However, I'm not a parasocial fan. I'm a longtime H3 content enjoyer who finds great entertainment from his content. And from that perspective, if I'm honest, I just don't think this kind of action against iDubbbz is all that cool. It's maybe crossed the line into being pretty lame, to be honest. I respect him using all his options available to him, but at the end of the day, I'm just here to be entertained, and I think I would prefer him to move on from the Hassanosphere conflict and focus on what he does best. Entertain. So here's another regular, average old H3 content fan, enjoyer, who's okay with Ethan and Ila's Zionism and all that stuff. 80% of Jews support Israel, so we're all mostly Zionists. But, like, even they have to draw the line here, I guess. I get why Ethan is doing this, but I don't agree with it. Like, why isn't he suing Destiny as well? If he sues Ian, according to Canadian law, Ethan will almost certainly win. If he sued Destiny, according to American law, he would almost certainly lose. If Ethan could file a lawsuit that would result in Destiny or anyone else suffering some consequences for saying he molests his children, I'm sure he would. But if Ian wanted to be able to call Ethan a child molester without consequence, then he should have stayed somewhere where even something that insane is protected speech. Yeah, so now they want to make iDubbbz regret the fact that he lives in Canada. Well, he should have just never moved to Canada. Just moved back to America. Idiotic. Just utter stupidity. Sorry, just updating the members real quick. Members! Guys, I'm so hungry, and me not allowing myself to eat while streaming is going to make me enjoy that meal 10 times more when I can finally unleash on some kind of food. I haven't even decided what I'm going to be eating. Okay, so we don't need to read a lot more of this. This and the Noah lawsuit I don't agree with. The copyright ones I'm totally on board with, but these make me feel icky. I don't know. Okay, wait. I'm so over all these idiots. I wish we could move the fuck on. I'm tired of Ethan. I'm tired for Ethan and Hila. I don't like this. Just makes Ian sympathetic in the public eye. Wish they could have settled without a lawsuit. Look at that. Everybody's turning on him, huh? I don't know. I'm not a super fan. I'm not super for this lawsuit, but literally don't fuck with people's kids. They crossed that line. They went real life, supported the real life actions. I'm prepared to be downvoted, but this is insane, surely? From what I remember, it was a comment by someone else that was mentioned. Why isn't he suing that guy? Also, like, I've watched the podcast. Ethan constantly talks about Ian and his girlfriend. Didn't he Photoshop pictures of them with Mein Kampf? Yep. Gather that data. Gather that data, guys. I don't know, man. It just feels weird that he's constantly opening up cases. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't understand what he's hoping to achieve other than, I don't know, just financially putting someone through the ringer. Well, surprise, surprise, he's been doing that from the beginning. He's been doing that with Frogan, with Caseytron, with Denim. Somehow you idiots have been able to convince yourselves that that one is a righteous lawsuit. That's what he's doing with everyone. It is the exact same thing. Whether it's Reddit, Noah Samson, the girls, iDubbbz, everyone. Fwage, hello. We're just doing iDubbbz lawsuit today because there's a lot to get through. And yeah, it's crazy. Also another one. This ain't it, Chief. So, there's a lot of unhinged comments on that subreddit, but also a lot of Ethan's own fans. Again, the tide is turning. People that hate iDubbbz are starting to find him sympathetic. So, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And Ethan is definitely going to regret this. Moving forward, I think the podcast is going to lose more viewers, less engagement. People are just sick of seeing Ethan's name in the press with lawsuits. Like it's people get sick of shit. You know what I'm saying, man? Like the same fucking guy suing this person. You're now officially the internet's villain. No one fucks with you. No one likes you. So, congratulations. Folks, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna take like a 10-second break, and then we're gonna get to watching some of this. We're gonna go back and watch what Ethan had to say about iDubbbz in his live stream. 2 seconds. I'm gonna try to make a quick sandwich. 1 second. I'm back. Okay, shit. I promise you guys I'm not gonna eat while watching anything, so I'm taking an official little break. I just cut up some pieces of cheese, some halloum, and I have a bit of bread. I'm gonna eat that shit silently. We're not gonna watch anything. So don't tell me why are you eating while streaming, etc. I gotta eat, okay? I worked out today, and I ate before streaming, and 2 hours later, believe it or not, a man gets hungry. I'm a 35-year-old man. I need to eat. I'm not gonna explain why I have to eat on stream. Mm-hmm. My God. Salt. It's salt. It's a salty cheese. The electrolytes feel good. It's halloum cheese. It's very good. Halloum is one of my favorite cheeses. It's so versatile. You can grill it, maintains its shape. You can deep fry it. You can just eat it as is, as I'm doing right now. This will power me for the next hour, essentially. We have about 1 more hour to stream because my best friend is coming over. We're going to continue building a Lego set on my other channel, Tino's Playroom. Subscribe. Link is pinned down below. Parmesan is also some of my favorite. Parmesan, halloum, lebne. You know, those are pretty fucking good. Fresh mozzarella. But halloum is goated fucking cheese. And there's also goat halloum. Baroness, I'm sorry. Here's a piece of cheese that you guys can see. Baroness with a $2 dono. Thank you so much. Says, did you bring enough to share with the class? I really wish I could share with everyone. Make y'all some good sandwiches. This goes well with, you could add some mint leaves or usually cucumber. Cucumber is really nice with this, maybe with a little bit of mint. Some people love pesto halloum sandwiches. Those taste pretty good, honestly. Okay. Artful says, I love halloum. Is halloum common where you guys live? Like, do you guys find it in like international markets and stuff? I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna be right back. Nata just wanted to say hi. Nata's here. Nata, you want to say hello? You guys hear the squeak? Nata? Natuti? You want to say hello? Look at my pretty little girl. Look at my pretty little baby. Look at my boo. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Nata has given us her blessing. We can continue. The break is done. Natuti and Makuki got to say their hellos. Let's go. Okay, so this is when Ethan first announced that he was flirting with the idea of suing iDubbbz, that he sent him a cease and desist, etc. We've already watched this. We've reacted to this. It's worth watching again at this point with all this added context.
Okay. Anyway, also, and finally, and Ian and Anissa news, this is fantastic, you guys. Ian has issued an apology for making the silly joke that I molest my children. By the way, Carolyn Kwan, do you have a problem with that?
Making a silly joke, implying that I molest my children. He did not say that. He actually said, I disagree with this. He said, I actually believe that this is fucked up, and I disagree with the statement. How can you imply that you molested your children when he's openly stating that he does not believe that statement? And he's just wondering why you're not going after the person that made that defamatory statement.
Your bestie, Anissa, says I molest my children? You fucking degenerate loser. Dumbass?
Probably not.
Probably not. No, based, epic, awesome, feminist W.
Good time for me to explain to you guys why I haven't had Scorched Legume on in a while.
Scorched Lagoon is his alter ego, the dragon, the $1.
Scorched Legume.
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
so
funny.
not just you, everybody liked it. It was the only time people actually watched and supported his channel. It was when he did this dumbass dragon thing, because he'd get involved in the beef, he'd be silly, whatever. So all of a sudden, he stopped doing it. And by the way, Denny patrons, they're dropping. Okay, my Denny's patrons on the up. We be farting, stinking up that dime.
Fat chance. There is no way Ethan Klein's memberships are up than like 2 years ago. Are you shitting me, man? You keep losing subscribers every day. Your show has less and less views. How do you have more members today than you had when this whole mess fucking started? We're not idiots, man.
Okay? You don't know what you're smelling. You don't know if it's fucking sausages or human feces in my Denny's. Yeah.
And by the way, if you guys want to watch this thing uninterrupted without my commentary, feel free to watch it on the H3 podcast. Give them their views. Give them whatever it is you want. Okay, we're just here to watch this and offer commentary and criticism in response to the lawsuit. My intention is not to steal anyone's content and to be a market substitute. Just to make it very clear. Mike M, who's been a member for 12 months. Mike M, thank you so much for being a supporter for so fucking long. 12 months is insane, man. Says, F you, Ethan. Mike, thank you so much. Very much appreciate you.
Smells good. Was kind of like a way for me to like get involved in the slop. To be honest, I don't like being. I've said kind of all I wanted to say with the content comp.
Is that right?
That's usually my strategy. Is like, this is my opinion. Take it or leave it.
Really? Because you spent months and months directly interfacing and shouting out a vile, disgusting, degenerate snark, and all the same people on Twitter. Now suddenly it's changed your heart. I wonder if there's another reason.
I love how Ethan has tried to make himself the arbiter of what's of like internet etiquette, how to not snark and how to not upset anyone. His whole show is about bullying other people.
A follow-up video, but generally I want to fucking move on.
Ooh, Eileen sends heart halloumi. I'm in Greece. Ooh, yeah, the Greeks definitely have access to some good halloumi cheese, don't they? Hell yeah. One second, just making sure.
Live my life.
That's so
With,
strange.
Having the Scorched Legume on, I've been indulging the dark side a little too much.
Is that right?
I have my own principles, my own values, and I'm like, it allowed me to roll around in the pig shit a little bit more. And there's aspects of that I like, but it's not really like, it doesn't super align with my principles. I think one of the things that
he's too principled, guys, to joke about a man molesting his children. He's only now had to change. I've only realized now, guys, that was wrong. Huh? You know, I watched
Joking about a man molesting his children. Motherfucker. He did not write the joke. He did not make the joke. Destiny made the joke. You know this. You fucking know this. Even iDubbbz's biggest haters know that he did not make that comment. And they know that you're fucking reaching with this one, man. So good luck trying to fucking convince anyone that you're in the right.
Has he even said that? He hasn't said that.
He does. Yeah.
He's dancing around it.
He gets there. But I feel like a lot of people reacted to this, and it's so funny because I'm the only one that has the additional context that makes this all make sense. And I'm gonna give it to you guys after the clip. So stand back and stand by. And surprises throughout. So no skipping.
Woke me up a little bit is like, okay, wait a minute. I need to take a step back. It's the Destiny thing about Ethan and his kids.
Yeah, Destiny.
That was one of those where I was like, oh man, I think I stepped too far out with this one, where it's like, we know the reason that I, showed you guys the comment about Ethan and his kids.
Yes.
It's because it's like Destiny's he's a piece of shit, and he has bad intentions, but he's going easy on this guy. Not going easy on Denham's, Frogan, Casey Tron, Noah.
By the way, their thesis.
What the hell is he even talking about?
It doesn't make sense. Their thesis is that I'm a misogynist, only pick on women. I probably shit on you more than anybody of all of them, and I'm suing Noah Samson, by the way, as well. So, like, no, you platformed it because you're a fucking cowardly loser, right? And you thought it was fucking cute to platform this horrific, disgusting thing. I mean, that honestly, I would never say that about like that's something like, okay, bro, you've clearly lost.
So you platformed this disgusting thing, so I'm going to ignore the person who said and did the disgusting thing, and I'm going after you. And I'm going after you after you explicitly said that you don't believe this statement.
And everybody said it at the time. Everybody talked about it. All of a sudden, now he's got to change a heart. Okay.
Many others, right? And that was my reason.
But you're like,
Because you're here.
I'm gonna try to give them some clips so to use against me.
Wait.
I don't think I'm just saying.
We're going to skip to the part where Ethan, I guess, admits that he has sent a cease and desist letter.
He's breastfeeding a baby. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
Work through.
It is to get attention online when you're not relying on
Bet
kind of
you
the
do.
easy shit. And the easy shit is like rolling around in drama.
Yeah, well, even when you were saying I'm a molester of my children, I mean, shit was you were popping off with like 1,000 Denny patrons. That was,
It was a good time.
So let me tell you a little story. The second iDubbbz stopped talking about us happened to coincide when I took into my service some fine Canadian lawyers.
Aitor says, call me crazy, but I suspect he's suing to get ahead of a restraining order because of the online harassment we witnessed in 4K poker. Ooh, that could make sense. Desiree says you should react to Hasan reacting to it. Desiree, is my reaction not good enough? You want me to react to another reaction? Okay, we already watched some of Hasan. Honestly, he said a lot of the same things that I would have to say about the situation. Believe it or not, guys, we've been, dare I say, I know more about H3 than Hasan even does. Hasan knows Ethan at this point, of course, but I've been watching H3 for a longer time, so y'all are getting expert commentary here.
That's right. Lawyers that specialize in defamation. And by the way, I really don't think that's okay thing to put out. Some fine Canadian defamation lawyers that sent a letter to Anissa and Ian demanding a retraction and a halting of the defamatory statements that I molest my children. And the day after that, the scorched lagoon was slain like smog. There was only one skill shown, and it was the threat of a lawsuit. That's right.
Did like Hasan say something like super interesting? Because we skipped around a little bit, and he was kind of looking at like what comments were saying. We watched the first, I think the most interesting few minutes.
It's not because they're principled. It's not because he's above it. In fact, they're hurting bad. Look at him. His shit is fucking falling off so hard. It's crazy how hard it's fallen off. It was literally the day he stopped talking about it, right? He doesn't talk about the snark anymore. He doesn't talk about me anymore. And they're
okay, because you sent him a fucking cease and desist. Very powerful. Keep gloating.
The way desperately. Unfortunately, this is the ultimate irony, and I love this. America, love America. If he lived in California, I wouldn't even bother threatening to sue him because in our great state, we have anti-slap laws that make it extraordinarily difficult to sue public figures for defamation. And we have this extreme appreciation for for free speech in the First Amendment. Now,
Desiree says he yells and screams at Ethan. It's funny. I'll check it out. I'll try to watch the rest of it. It was 17 minutes, so it was a bit too long, but we'll go back and watch the rest of it. I'll open the link back up.
let me tell you something. Ian, he hates America. He wants to get as far away as possible. He thinks this place sucks. So he moved to the northern wall and pledged to the Night Watch. But let me tell you something about Canada, the North. Defamation laws ain't quite the same up there. And when I spoke to an attorney about it and showed it to him, they're like, yeah, no, this.
So he's openly admitting that defamation laws are not the same in Canada. So there's a way that I could kind of take advantage of it to try to get a W. So he knows that he's taken advantage of some kind of crooked system where there's some kind of, loophole that he could take advantage of.
This is quite bad. This is definitely actionable here in Canada. In America, in California, you could say that. Could have said that. But in Canada.
Why do you think we do our show here?
Exactly. Exactly. You think I could do the show in Edmonton? I'd be ruined. Be ruined. Exactly. You were so desperate to get away from America, right? But now that you're in Canada, I found me a Canadian lawyer who's pretty gung-ho about suing you. And I might just do that. And, he's groveling.
Wait, but he's apologized.
Yeah, but the damage is done.
So this apology was not, because I see people, they're taking this to mean that you...
Ethan loves the term groveling, and he just said, and this groveling that you're doing, I want more of it.
And I might just do that. And, he's groveling.
Wait, but he's groveling.
Apologize.
Yeah, but the damage is...
So evil. Just so evil. 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 So hateful. In my opinion, my assessment, when I look at this person, just sitting there with his Rolex, taking glee in the fact that he wants to sue people and he wants them to grovel at his feet, to apologize. I hope a Canadian judge sees the evil fucking goblin that I see in front of me. I hope they see the exact same thing and throw this shit out and be like, why the fuck did this man waste my time? You are in contempt, sir. We hold you in contempt of this court.
Done.
So this apology was not, because I see people, they're taking this to mean that you threatened them and that in response he's apologizing. No, he's
We're
just
in
doing
talks.
Oh, okay.
They're desperate to prevent litigation.
Gotcha.
And they've preemptively apologized out of pure patheticness. But, in my opinion, because there's no agreement. You just want to go, oh, I'm so sorry. Please, my principles.
Don't just be sorry. Think for 1 fucking second.
Exactly. Thank you, Christopher. Fucking legend. Christian. Hey, Christopher. We're on close to talk.
What a fucking asshole, man.
Oh, good for you.
So I might, so the defamation's already happened. We sent them a letter saying like, hey, you got to stop because the damages are just mounting up. And they'd stop.
The damages are mounting up. What fucking damages? What fucking damages, you lying pieces? Dude, he's such a fucking liar. What damages did iDubbbz cause you by putting up something that someone else said on his stream that had, what, like 150 viewers or something? That is damaging to your reputation. That is something to sue someone over in fucking court, man. Nick the Oreo doesn't even think it's a good idea, dude. Like, what are we doing here? All right. Power's back. Let's go. Embarrassing me in front of my viewers.
Desperately stopped, right? And they got a lawyer. And now we're just talking. I don't want to give away the details of our settlement because I'm way above that. Right, Dan?
Look at that laughing. It's like, I'm worried about that. Obviously being fucking sarcastic. I hope iDubbbz and Anissa get all the footage of Ethan saying over and over again how he plans on harassing them forever, how he plans on never leaving them alone, how he says that he's never going to let it go, and that he's going to make their life a living hell, and no matter where they go, no matter how few viewers they have, he's going to always go for them and always make their life hell. That all needs to be part of the evidence. This man has stated over and over again that he plans on ruining these people's lives, that he has malicious intent. This whole lawsuit is done under malicious circumstances. This is not about defamation. This is not about protecting his reputation. This is not about protecting his children. This is about revenge. Basic, pure and simple.
Really stopped, right? And they got a lawyer. And now we're just talking. I don't want to give away the details of our settlement because I'm way above that. Right, Dan? Really stopped, right? And they got to stop because the damages are just mounting up. and they desperately stopped, right? And they got a lawyer, and now we're just talking. I don't want to give away the details of our settlement because I'm way above that, right, Dan?
You're above giving details of the settlement?
I respect the Canadian legal system with the utmost care and respect.
I see. And you're not supposed to share any details as well.
I would never. The Crown.
And he's even saying that sarcastically. Like, again, show that to a judge. Show that to a Canadian judge that this American, this Israeli American right here, is making fun of the Canadian legal system, and he doesn't actually respect it.
You're above giving details of the settlement?
I respect the Canadian legal system with the utmost care and respect.
I see. And you're not supposed to share any details as well.
I would never. The Crown would never.
You usually share everything, so that doesn't sound right at all.
I respect the Crown.
Okay, so it sounds like because you're not allowed to.
Not allowed to is one thing, but I just respect the Crown.
Okay, got it.
But I will say that I think I'm going to do it, right? Because the damages, right, to my reputation are...
the way he says, I think I'm going to do it with a smile on his face.
Respect the Crown.
Okay, got it.
But I will say that I think I'm going to do it, right? Because the...
And announcing on a podcast, like, I think I'm going to do it. Like, that, again, should just show that this is not a serious lawsuit. This is a man who's doing this for content. He's getting, like, his live chats and his live feeds reaction to see if he should move forward with a fucking lawsuit. Like...
Damages, right, to my reputation are...
Because of the damages to my reputation. Anything. This man will do anything but accept responsibility, personal responsibility for ruining his podcast. He will blame anyone but himself. Anyone but his horrible fucking take. Jesus Christ. And by the way, he is losing his hair. Look at that.
Are terrible. I feel terribly damaged. And there's actually such a crazy, funny thing about the Canadian thing, too, because he moved to Canada. I learned you can't even crowdfund in Canada for lawsuits. And you can't...
Why?
So I'm not sure on the exact law, but if he did crowdfund, they'd have to basically ID and verify the identity of every single person that gives money.
Oh, okay.
So it's like basically virtually impossible. It would be to, do something like that on GoFundMe. So they're not even capable of crowdfunding.
So him even talking about how they're not even capable of crowdfunding in Canada, it's something that he's thought of before. So it's one of the reasons why he's choosing to sue them in Canada. He's trying to take advantage of certain Canadian laws. Now, I don't know how true the crowdfunding thing is or not, but him choosing to talk about this and highlighting it because he knows that other people that he sued have had to crowdfund. So he's found a way to maybe get this person who can't crowdfund. So just again.
For this. The fact that they moved to Canada.
Why would they have to do that? iDubbbz is a really successful YouTuber.
You're right.
He's probably got a lot of money, right?
Yes.
No, you're right. I assume a lot of people would want to support them. That's all.
In fact, didn't I hear that that they never have to work another day in their life?
Anissa said that recently.
Yo, Haley, thank you for that. I was not following up what's happening, but Mr. Spammington, come on. Show some respect if you're in the live chat. Why you're here bothering everybody?
Let's give it up.
Sounds like they're pretty
well.
True, right. So, should be... Yeah,
no problem.
Should be no problem for them. But at any rate, this is about... Look, this is about protecting my family, my reputation, And the fact that he moved to Canada was a 5D chess play.
Protecting my family, protecting, what did he say? Reputation? Yeah, iDubbbz is the one ruining your reputation and your family right now, not you. All the footage that people used to criticize you was pulled from your own fucking podcast, man.
And the fact that he moved to Canada was a 5D chess play against himself.
Right. Very good.
So I'm very happy he moved to Canada. I'm glad to know that we have the best and brightest protecting us in the north. Winter is coming.
I'm a woke dragon.
And I wish you guys the best. I really do. I really, really do.
Can I ask, so why, I didn't follow all this. What's the deal with this Destiny connection?
The quote was a Destiny quote.
Right.
But the thing is, Destiny made it clear he didn't believe it. He was just doing it to be an asshole.
Got it.
Right. iDubbbz, who knows
that banner, that was just like a statement.
Just a quote with zero context that says, Ethan Klein molests his children.
Right.
And then iDubbbz put that as a...
Sorry, I did not commentate here enough. Let me just revert.
Happy he moved to Canada. I'm glad to know that we have the best and brightest protecting us in the north. Winter is coming.
I'm a woke dragon.
It's just all threats, essentially.
And I wish you guys the best. I really do. I really...
Yeah, MVHBFN, who's a member. Thank you for being a member. Says Dan participating is so gross.
Really do.
Can I ask, so why, you know,
Dan's been loving this. Dan has been enjoying this. I think Dan was just like, fuck it. Me just sitting there quietly is not fun for me. Let me try to find a way to enjoy this job. Let me find a way to get back into this. Fuck it. Let me just go along with everything that Ethan says. If I can't laugh at my job, then what am I doing?
I didn't follow all this. What's the deal with this Destiny connection?
The quote was a Destiny quote.
Right.
But the thing is, Destiny made it clear he didn't believe it. He was just doing it to be an asshole.
Got it.
Right?
Holy
iDubbbz.
shit.
Destiny made it clear. Oh, that's the so that's the
God
you know,
damn. What the hell is going on here? New York Post.
that's the process. That's the thought process behind it. Well, Destiny was just joking. You're not joking.
Who knows?
That banner that was just like a statement.
Just a quote with zero context. It says, Ethan Klein molests his children.
Right.
And then iDubbbz put that as a watermark for his whole episode. And it's like, man, this is a really serious accusation. He should really address this. Right?
Christ.
And so I'm down to clown.
That is some 40 chess for sure.
Yeah, and I'm down to clown and be silly.
I mean, if you put like, he meant he should address this as in the fact that this prominent streamer, this prominent leftist streamer who you've allied yourself with against Hasan for the past fucking year, claimed that you're a pedophile and made these horrible claims about you. And you've never addressed it. You barely even tried to refute it. But when someone like mildly criticizes you on a YouTube video or like does a YouTube reaction, you fucking take them to court and sue them and try to ruin their lives. But just because this man is aligned with you in his anti-Hasan sentiment, you just let him get away with saying that you molest your own children. That's what he was talking about. But you're too fucking stupid, and any judge worth anything should fucking see that very clearly.
And talk shit and roll around the pig shit. But everybody, not just myself, everybody when they saw that was like, dude, you've lost your mind. This is too far. You've gotten snark brained.
I had the booger post.
And you know, listen, accountability comes
I
from
had another tab open and I automatically started playing. It auto played. What was it playing? What was it playing? It was playing. I think Chris Kunzler's stream is the latest on my view history. So I think we clicked on Chris Kunzler's stream. Let's see. Is he watching As
My
right
Country? You know, this guy's like straight up like friends with Nick Fuentes. It's all.
I think he was watching. I think we watched Chris Kunzler's stream. We crashed Chris Kunzler's stream.
all of us. And in Canada especially. The crown demands. The crown demands it. Do they do the crown there? I think they do. They're like welfare of the crown. We love the queen.
I thought they have a prime minister.
He's making fun of the crown.
Yeah, but no, but they're a commonwealth
country. Yeah, they still respect the crown.
They're part of the empire, bro.
To some extent.
It's just it's like a ceremonial, traditional.
Okay. Just pure evil. Let's see. Here, this is what I was trying to click. Hasan. I brought back Hasan's reaction. Let's see if my reaction's not doing the trick, folks. Let's see what Hasan had said. Oh, Mythy Eve, folks. Holy shit, just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Holy hell. Mythy Eve, thank you so much. We've got 11 new members today. W's in the chat, folks, for Mythy Eve. We got Sarah, Sarah Sarou Film, Kate from Canada, Edgy Barbie, Clay Ben Trees just got a membership. Fucking awesome. Carbonzo Bean and Yusuf El Stalin. Mythy, that's so fucking kind. That's so fucking generous. Let's fucking go. You guys are the best. We're at 368 members.
Numerous frivolous lawsuits. I don't even know what kind of audience he has left. I suspect that it's just a random reactionary toadies all over the internet that congregate and basically use Ethan like a lol cow. Ethan is suing iDubbbz. He can't seem to learn. Wait, what the? Ethan Klein is suing iDubbbz. What the hell?
He's a
Ian Jomha, aka iDubbbz, announces he's being sued by Ethan Klein for defamation. Ethan is a monster, and anyone that doesn't see how he's destroying speech online will look back at this with disgust. What is this?
Thank you guys so much for the support. It really means a lot. Aitor sends another dono from Argentina. Says, think about it. The discussions about suing iDubbbz resurfaced after the poker tournament. H3 wants to get ahead of the restraining order. After the poker video, Ian and Anissa wanted a legal route. I mean, look, there's a lot of reasons Ethan could try to try to distract. There's a lot of things he needs to distract from. The Denim's loss, you know. I think the poker tournament thing has kind of gone away. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think anyone's kind of talking about that anymore.
am being sued by Ethan Klein in the courts of Calgary, Alberta for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this.
Bro's opening new fronts like he's Israel. No, literally. What? I mean, is Ethan Klein the most spiritually Israeli podcaster out there? Like, actually, he's doing NSEG. He's just opening up new fronts for no reason. Why Alberta? Probably stronger likelihood of winning a defamation suit as opposed to America, where there's a lot more, there's a lot stronger rules around it. Ian lives in Edmonton.
But for now, it is in the hands of the courts and our attorneys. I will say that...
Squilly Liz, you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. Hasan is back.
It worries me what it means for the commentary community, and especially the Canadian commentary community. But this is about all I can say, at least for now. I'm sorry that the stream is so short. I wish I could give you a lot more grease, but I will resume the regularly scheduled content.
I think it's pretty crazy that if you're like legitimately a mentally disturbed person and you just like lucked in to unfathomable amounts of money, you can just consistently be a demon and just sue people and try to bury them in costly litigation over and over again. And especially if you like, especially if you're capable of reaching an audience that's like constantly demanding and rewarding you for bullying other people through this sort of frivolous litigation, then you can kind of keep it going. I mean, maybe your audience shrinks over time, but you can just like keep it going for as long as you have money. I find it very strange that there's no repercussions.
But I don't know, man. How is this a good business move? Like, he's shrinking his audience. The people that are down with this lawsuit content is dwindling. What's the plan to get to 200,000 viewers? Like, no one watches H3 for the goofs and gaffs anymore. That's it. The reputation is toast online. So I don't understand the logic behind any of this anymore.
Over and over again. And especially if you like, especially if you're capable of reaching an audience that's like constantly demanding and rewarding you for bullying other people through this sort of frivolous litigation, then you can kind of keep it going. I mean, maybe your audience shrinks over time, but you can just like keep it going for as long as you have money. I find it very strange that there's no repercussions against this sort of thing. What is this? Ethan Klein is such a coward. Now he's suing iDubbbz and his wife. He's made an entire career out of talking shit about people. And
like,
now
isn't there a thing like, you know, like, for example, can a judge cut him off? Like, hey, dude, you've had like 3 L's in a row. You keep coming over here with these horrible lawsuits and you have malicious intent behind all of them. Like, can he get penalized for bringing up another lawsuit? Like, if you lose 3 lawsuits in a row and the judge deems that they're all kind of frivolous, can they be like, hey, man, next time you show up with a lawsuit, if you lose, like, we're charging you $1 million just to spite you, just to punish you? Like, can that happen? They need to de-incentivize people like Ethan Klein from suing people. There needs to be some kind of penalty for starting these kinds of fucked up lawsuits. I don't understand how he's just allowed to ruin people's lives financially with useless fucking lawsuits. But I guess that's how the legal system works. That's why rich people do this all the time, because it works.
You can't stop suing. Everyone talks back. I'm sure the courts will love seeing clips of Ethan saying he will never stop harassing them. The sad part is, Destiny, omni-liberal sex pest, is the one who said H3 is likely a pedophile who's molested his own children, so Ethan decides to sue iDubbbz.
Ooh, Haley with an awesome question sends a $2 dono and says, what regular job should Ethan get, chat? So I'm guessing that's once the H3 podcast is gone. Where should Ethan Klein work? It's a great question, Haley.
Instead, he loves to go after people who he assumes don't have money to fight back. Yeah, that one is actually really weird. Like, this one is like such a strange case, because like, what's the defamation? iDubbbz didn't do the defamation. A whole ass third party, a separate person did, but you can't go after them because you're afraid. So you're just choosing to go after the person who put the statement on screen. Is that what it is? He's suing Ian for showing this message on stream. Yeah, I don't think that is going to hold in a court of law. Like, I don't think you can do that. I don't think that's even, I don't think there's even is there even a precedent for it? Like what could you possibly do in that situation? I mean, if someone else is defaming you and if someone else has defamed me and another person is like using that for commentary purposes, is that defamation? Maybe in Canada? I mean, I don't know how it works in Canada. I mean, but the point here is not to win this case anyway. The point here is to make them suffer. Yeah. The point here is to make them spend a shit ton of money in defense. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this seems like...
But I think at some point, like, if Ethan's goal is to just make them spend money, but if he loses like 2 lawsuits in a row or 3 lawsuits in a row, no one's going to take him seriously ever again. No one's going to take a single one of his lawsuits seriously. No one's going to take him accusing someone of defamation or of anything seriously ever again. So where's the strategy now? Like, the Noah Samson case is not looking good. The iDubbbz case is not looking good. Maybe it looks good in Canada again because of whatever but like the public already doesn't side with you. The public has already chosen the you know, the court of public opinion has chosen. Even if they hate iDubbbz, they're like, listen, we don't like iDubbbz, but this is kind of fucked up. This is kind of petty. This is kind of useless. Why are you going after this guy for this? So he's not even winning in the court. He's not winning any money from these people. So he's not clearing his name if that's what he thinks he's doing. And he's not winning in the court of public opinion. So he's just losing. He's losing the court cases. He's losing more fans. He's losing more support.
It's an exceptionally silly defamation suit. Like it's not even like I don't know how any judge looks at this and goes, wow, this seems pretty egregious. And you know, we're gonna take this to court. Like imagine going through law school, passing the bar, like maybe becoming a prosecutor, spending your whole career reading, teaching law, maybe becoming a judge, and then you're facing this particular defamation suit. You're like, I've been a judge for 30 years, and now I have to sit here and look at this dumb bull. They got to do like an Interpol style full court ban for Ethan Klein. They got to make it so that it's illegal for him to ever sue anybody. They're gonna have.
There you go. Yeah, look at that. Baroness says nope. They can disbar his lawyer if he's abusing the legal system, but Ethan can't be stopped. That's so fucked. Haley says Ethan could be a clown, but then he'd look like John Wayne Gacy. I feel like Ethan would try to work in like some kind of hobby store. He fancies himself a nerd and he fancies himself a gamer and stuff like that. Like, doesn't he play Magic the Gathering? I feel like he'd go work at a hobby store, but he'd be that obnoxious employee that no one wants to fucking talk to. Anytime someone comes in, Ethan will try to make himself seem smarter than them or better than them at whatever hobby they have. Hey, if you want, we were selling those decks over there, and they'll just be like, yeah, I'm good. And they're just not going to show. Or he'd work at a Bricks and Minifigs, actually. That's what he would do. Ethan Klein would work at a Bricks and Minifigs and try to steal people's Lego collections on consignment. Because Bricks and Minifigs and Ethan Klein are all spiritually Israeli, aren't they? So that's where he would work. Or he would open a falafel shop in Los Angeles and call it Israeli falafel or Israeli shawarma. You know what I mean? Just to spite me in particular. Israeli hummus. We have the best Israeli hummus. So I think that's what he could do. Those are some options.
Face up in courts all around the world. Like they're gonna be like, do not take any lawsuits from this man. And when people say, oh, his lawyer is like taking him for a ride, like I think he's on the journey together. Like I don't think his West Bank lawyer is the one that's like taking him on a ride. I think his West Bank lawyer is just like silly enough to take whatever case that Ethan wants to pursue. And sure, I'm sure he's being rewarded handsomely for it. But like, I'm fairly certain that Ethan is aware of what he's doing. There's a term for it. It's called vexatious litigator. I know, but it's somewhat difficult to become a vexatious litigator, no? A vexatious litigant is an individual who abuses the judicial system. Like, what are the criteria? The 5 and 7 rule in many states.
But when you keep losing, and when these litigations are only hurting your public image and doing nothing to help you, what is that person called?
A person is deemed vexatious if they file at least 5 meritless.
ABD says Israeli good food. I promise that is what they need to call it.
Self-represented lawsuits in a 7-year period. Oh my God, how many has he done? Well, this is in Alberta, so it doesn't even count. How many has he done so far? So we just gotta keep punishing him in the court of law. So in a matter of 7 years. So then after that, it's over. Wait, you have to be self-represented? Like, oh yeah, this system is so cooked. Relitigating lost claims, attempting to sue the same person over the facts and issues have already been definitively ruled on by a court, repeatedly filing unnecessary motions, dragging out discovery, or using legal processes solely to cause delays or rack up legal fees for the opposition party. I mean, he has done that, hasn't he? Ethan literally said a while back that he'd be looking at suing Ian in Canada instead of California because he said he was almost positive it wouldn't hold up in California.
Ator says that's the logic, Anthony. If the restraining order materialized, it would be almost impossible to sue iDubbbz to torment them. You just have to think with Machiavellian logic.
California courts due to our slap law, so we already gave the game away. You would know better than anyone. Does he really have that much money to keep doing this shit? I have no idea, bro. How am I supposed to know that? I guess the only retaliation in this circumstance could be potentially against his lawyer if he's like participating in these frivolous lawsuits over and over again. I guess you could complain to the bar or something. But that's it. Not really anything you can do. It's America. If you have money and you're crazy enough, you can literally consistently people.
On Thursday, again, I'm sorry it's so short, but we will be back. And I appreciate you being here for this important announcement. Have a good day, everyone.
They're convinced Ian went broke. Maybe he did. I don't know. But it was under the impression he rode that early YouTube money to chill life filming squirrels. I hope he has enough to go after Ethan's dumb ass. I mean, what's exceptional about this is the fact that the other person that made the defamatory claims is and then doubled down on them is not being sued at all by the victim. In my opinion, you should go over Ethan's Zionism again sometime for a video. His audience still think he's pro-Palestine. Brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think we can salvage his audience. Okay? I think if at this point, after numerous frivolous lawsuits against pro-Palestinian content creators.
Yeah, at this point, anyone who's still watching Ethan, like there's people that are like, I've been watching Ethan for a while, but now this iDubbbz lawsuit has finally lost me. It's like, dude, fuck, you're not welcome to this fucking channel. Like, if you've been okay with every other fucking lawsuit, like the late fallen fans, like it's never too late, and I'm glad whoever wants to leave the H3 family, feel free, but like don't fucking join this community. The only fallen fans that I want are the ones that left like right when Ethan started making Zionist claims. Like that's all they needed to hear to end up here. A lot of you guys here, that's you. You know what I mean? Like the people that are like had to wait for like lawsuit number 7, like, you know what? I think Ethan's overdoing it now. Like, no, but like you're far fucking gone. Like you're still a piece of shit. You're still a piece of shit. If just now, if this just made you fucking hop off the H3 fucking train, fuck you. Fuck you. You've sat there through all the lawsuits, all of the harassment of Frogan, Caseytron, Denim's, Caseytron's video apology, and Ethan reacting to that. Fuck you people. There's no fucking hope for you. Like, I'm sorry, man. I was done with Ethan when he was like, listen, you know, the Palestinians bombed their own hospital. And like just making claims about Israel and Palestine that I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I was done. I was done. Wait, you said what about, you know, from the river to the sea? That was enough for me. Lawsuits? By the time he got to the first lawsuit, we were like already way, way beyond all of that. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, well now, this Ethan has gone too far for me. Oh, now he's gone too fucking far? Now he's gone too fucking far. Like, it is just nuts, man. So, yeah. So, always happy to hear that people are, you know, seeing the light and leaving a toxic community, etc. But don't try bringing your asses over here. Don't be like, I'm a recently fallen fan. Recently? You were fine with everything else? Yeah, a lot of people are mentioning Aaron Bushnell in chat. Yeah, there's some unhinged shit that if you were okay with back then, you would still be okay with someone else doing so. Hey, just don't come to my channel.
After suing Noah Samson specifically for his piece, his opinion piece on the service that Ethan Klein has provided in defense of Israel's crimes, and he considers that to be defamation. I mean, it's just, I don't even know what kind of audience he has left. I suspect that it's just a weird assortment of like random reactionary toadies all over the internet that congregate and basically use Ethan like a lol cow, right? At this point, it's got to be that, right? I mean, maybe that and like some old head Teddy Fresh lovers, like 37-year-old HR ladies that still think, you know, oh, he's messy, that's why I like him. That's what I envision his audience to look like.
That's a lot. There's a lot of those people as well. Now, Ethan's just messy, and they're still convinced that they're pro-Palestine, and that they're convinced that if they say, I believe in Palestinians' right to self-determination, that they've done their job and that they're, you know, they got their bona fides.
Like that's the demographic makeup. It's just like weird 4chan groypers and Kiwi farm enjoyers that are like, yes, pursue our base desires against these people that have wronged me personally by being a hijabi woman online or you know, pissing me off because they were a woman. Many of them just because they're women, but then also iDubbbz because he actually changed his mind on saying the N-word, and I can't stand that. He grew up, and it reminds me constantly that I never did, and I hate that. How dare he lord over me like this? Destroy their lives. You know, that kind of people. It was shocking to me. Kiwi farmers hate him because he's Jewish? Nah, but the thing is, you forget, it's like the Nick Fuentes equation,
right? Kate from Canada says they're all girl with a microphone types. Exactly. I feel like that is their core audience now, is that kind of, you know, person. Just totally fucking hateful.
Fuentes hates Jews, but he hates me more than he hates Jews, you know? And his fan base is the same.
All right. Desiree Portraits, I hope you watch this. This was for you. I wanted to watch one more segment of Ethan talking about this. I'm squashing my beef with iDubbbz. This is when they commented on it a second time.
Excuse me. As the title and thumbnail suggests, I will be talking about Ian and Anissa. There has been an embargo, and I'll tell you, like the oil embargo that hit Japan, Pearl Harbor, it is hurting them, right? Their numbers are anemic. The members, it's down past basically almost about to go below 400, right? The viewership is in the, what, 200-300s.
It's a very different show with Nick.
Again, same as last time. We are simply watching this to add some context and, you know, in broader context of the iDubbbz lawsuit. We're not watching this as a market replacement. You want to watch this? You want to watch H3? Go watch it on their shitty fucking channel. Don't watch it on here, okay? I'm just using this to react because I'm trying to add some context to this whole situation. So I got no interest in being a market replacement for this bullshit right here. You want to watch this shitty content uninterrupted? You go watch it on the shitty H3 channel. Okay, that's where you can go watch this garbage. For now, we're going to power through and watch it here.
On the soundboard, I gotta say.
I do like.
I feel like I'm watching a TikTok.
I like the impact. It's very. I like it. Ian, this is embarrassment. She started. So all of a sudden, flash forward, she can't even hold 80 live viewers, and now you're busy. If you don't even have a fuck. This is it. Like, I'm out. Family. This is it. Like, I'm out. And you know, I broke the embargo recently because Ian issued an apology to me and my family. I am breaking the embargo, but it's for one last time. This is it. Like, I'm out. And
yeah, I mean, how can you say you're done talking about iDubbbz and then proceed to sue the man, you know, 3 weeks later? You know full well you're not done. You know full well you want to make content out of the iDubbbz lawsuit. And surprise, surprise, it doesn't seem to be going in your direction. People are already siding with iDubbbz, even people you thought would obviously be against iDubbbz.
You know, I broke the embargo recently because Ian issued an apology to me and my family. Bruh. For platforming the, let's say, this silly, lighthearted joke, the gag, that I molest my children. You know, just a gag.
It's different on that one.
Oh, did iDubbbz make that gag? Funny, why are you suing iDubbbz? Did he make that horrible joke that you molest your kids?
You know, just something you say about your friends. And then I saw people being like, okay, honestly, this is development. Ian is actually, maybe he's come along. Maybe he's actually developing as a character. But I was the only one that knew. No, it happened like one day after we sent them a cease and desist. They stopped talking about us. Right? So I know why they stopped. And I know we have a really good case in Canada, and their lawyer told them that. Right? And so essentially that's what it is.
They have a great, what case? What did you say?
Talking about us. Right? So I know why they stopped. And I know we have a really good case in Canada, and their lawyer told them that.
We have a really good case in Canada. Oh, their lawyer told you that, really? Didn't your lawyer also tell you have a great case against Denims? I'm sure your lawyer told you have a great case against Noah Samson, right? They're all slam dunks, aren't they, Ethan? You're still feeling confident?
Right, and so essentially that's what it is. But so Ian and Anissa reacted to my response to them, which was basically just saying that I sent them a cease and desist. I haven't sued them or anything. But here's his response, and I found it quite amusing, so I thought I would watch it, have a good time. Here it is. And this is just a bon voyage. This is a fun farewell to a friend. This is goodbye.
Like the Elton John song?
Yes. Elliott Smith, I believe, also has a fond farewell song. But yeah, that's
that one.
Dude, such a horrible person. Wait, I'm double checking on.
Was it himself or?
He did kill himself.
He did. See, it was funny when like what I said was subtle, but then you
laughed when
made
I said
it explicit because you blew the doors off on that one.
It's called comedy.
Okay.
Comedy blows the doors off the hinges.
Right, always.
Comedy smacks you over the head like a sledgehammer.
Subtlety is for cowards. That's what I've always said.
Save the subtlety for the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
That's subtle comedy.
One moment. 1p, okay. Whoopsie.
For me.
No.
Whoa. Anyway, here's iDubbbz, and enjoy the attention for the last time, my friend. And I wish you all the best. Wish you a life of warm socks and soft tundra. May you one day be able to dig a pot for a flower to put in the tundra.
It's so unfunny, bro. Come on, man.
And obviously that, you know, I was being genuine in my apology because I was reflecting.
Yeah. And I mean,
Why is he
these
making
are
us
the groups
watch
of people
this?
you've spent the last year aligning with, right? And look how happy they look, though.
We got it. Heads up.
Oh, thank you. Like, there's a good chance he'll be back in a week. And she's like, pull the plug. I hate to see him like this.
Like $1 Million Baby.
A sad movie.
That's a spoiler, dude.
Sorry.
Alistair Russell says, I can't believe people watch this shit for entertainment. I know, crazy, right? At this point, it's just a petty, obsessive man discussing how he plans on punishing people who he believes wronged them.
But you know what I mean? Like, bro, I wouldn't pull the plug. I wouldn't. That's why it's such a shame that you threw our friendship.
I want to see the Ela tattoo again. Show us that thing.
I would have paid to keep you on life support.
Chris, you know we're live. You know we're live, man.
Even when the too busy.
Well, she's the brain. He's the brawn.
No, according to him, he's neither. Content cop. He conveniently ignored the whole CPS thing, right? Yeah, Ian and Nisa, they've met my children. I mean, it's personal. These people have been to my house. They've met my children.
So you're suing them because it's personal and because you know them? That's why you're suing them? They met your kids, so... But what did they do to actually defame you?
And then for them to claim on a huge platform that it's good that CPS came to investigate. The tip, that my children were eating dog shit off the floor. And by the way, let's remember in his initial comment.
You talked about your kids eating dog shit on the... My guy, you were the one who talked about having dog shit on your floor and your kids crawling around and you thinking that they got Giardia from your dog. You were online talking about this. You were... Look at his eyes, bro. You were online. You claimed all of this. You made all of those fucking... You fucking said all of that to make someone think that, hey, maybe that's a possibility.
Cop, he conveniently ignored the whole CPS thing, right? Which was the whole fucking impetus for the meltdown. He was, oh, Ethan melting down. CPS. It's personal. That's your answer. You know what I mean? It's not a flex. I look bad, and I'm okay with that because for me, it's personal. That's it. That's all it is. You know, and it has been since that moment. And I hope that when you guys have children, that you're never put in a position that upset you as much as that upset me. I don't wish that on anyone, right? Never. I wish it never happened.
Motherfucker has no idea who called CPS on his family, so he's letting it out on every single person that talked shit on him on the internet. How fucking unhinged. How insane is that, dude? He has no idea who called CPS, so he's making it everyone's problem. He's making it everyone's fucking problem.
To me, either. But it did.
They did CPS. They did CPS.
And I know the people that participated in it. Maybe they make the call. They participated in the community that applauded it, shouted them out, said they're great people, right? Justified it in their videos. I know who those people are. And to me, that's unacceptable. And it's personal. And I'm just following through on my promises.
So he's just a rich, scorned man who feels like he was personally slighted, and he's now taking it out on everyone else. Listen, I'm going to do whatever iDubbbz needs to fight this. Whatever I can do to help, I'm going to participate. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we can do to help iDubbbz. Raising awareness, you know, whatever the fuck it is, man. We got your back, iDubbbz. Okay?
That's what I have to say to you, Nicholas, but free feel to disagree with me. But I do want to say, Nick, since I have your attention, check this out.
So he was responding to Nicholas the Oreo here. Okay, we're done watching Ethan anyways. So that was it for the stream, essentially. Those are my thoughts. It took 2 hours and 43 minutes for me to get it all out there, but I, you know, again, as someone who is proud to call myself a friend of iDubbbz, and who I can't believe the fact that he's now a friend of the show, and he is someone who inspired me to make this channel, to make my documentaries, you know, to be the man that I am today. Well, he just inspired me to make some really cool documentaries, and artistically, you know, showed me a new way to make certain things, and gave me some really cool directions to follow. And again, him and Anissa could not be more generous with their time, with their money when it comes to donating time to help raise awareness of what's happening in Palestine and Lebanon, making a massive $1,000 donation to help feed displaced Lebanese families that are displaced because of Israeli aggression on Lebanon, the people that Ethan and Hila seem to love so much. So whatever iDubbbz needs, from now till whenever this shit starts and ends, we have his back. I know you guys have his back. You know, they're fucking awesome people. They're so sweet. And again, Anissa's family is here in Lebanon, affected by the situation. She has family in southern Lebanon that is being bombed by the Israelis right now. iDubbbz is married to a Lebanese woman, so her family is his family. This is why they decided to speak out against Ethan, not in defense of Hasan, but in defense of their land, and in defense of Lebanon, and in defense of Palestine, because they're literally being attacked by Israel. So they're always going to get my support. They're always going to get, you know, my enthusiastic support and me defending them. Whatever it is they need, I'm here. You guys are here. Haley sends a $2 dono. Thank you so much, Haley. It says, thank you, Ethan Klein, for our new best friends. Exactly. So this is it, you know, for now. I'm curious to see how iDubbbz is going to handle this. I'm sure he can't talk about this, and he's not going to want to talk about this on like live streams and stuff. So I hope he can still find a way to focus on his work and on his streaming and on his content. This is going to be a massive distraction. It's going to be this massive stressful thing that, you know, would completely turn my life upside down. So I hope iDubbbz and Anissa can, you know, focus on what's important, focus on themselves, focus on their work. And I hope they know that we have their back. You know, Noah Samson was just able to raise $100,000 to fight Ethan's lawsuits. I have no doubt that if iDubbbz is in need of a GoFundMe, and whatever Ethan said about you can't raise funds in Canada for paying for lawsuits, I have no idea. Whatever it is, we got iDubbbz's back. To everybody who was here today, thank you so much for tuning in. It was nice having you guys here. If you're interested, I'm going to be building some Lego in about 45 minutes with my best friend on my other channel, Tino's Playroom. I have a very expensive retired Lego Mos Eisley set, Mos Eisley Cantina from the original Star Wars trilogy. I'm going to be building that over there for a few hours, having some fun, getting through as many bags as we can. So consider joining us there. Let me show you guys the channel real quick. Got to do some self-promotion before we do this. Okay, so we've got 2 live streams happening today. That's the second live stream. Building the $600 retired Lego Mos Eisley Cantina Part 2. We got 1 person waiting. Is that me? It's going to be happening on Tino's Playroom. The link is pinned on top or at the bottom of the live chat. So go ahead and click that and feel free to enjoy it. The channel's doing well. Look at that. These live streams have been doing, look, 700 views, almost 800 views, 900 views, 700 views. Channel's growing, folks. It is growing. Would love to have you guys there. Come hang out with me and my friend as we build some Lego Star Wars. Let me show you guys the progress we got to last time. The character done. We got parts of the couches. It's very cute. It's a very cute little set. And it was expensive. Retired, folks. You can't get this anymore. Haley says we'll see y'all over at Tino's. Thank you, Haley. We love having you here and on the Tino's Playroom. And thank you for dealing with the crazy chatters today. Appreciate all of our mods. Y'all need some backup. So mods, we're going to start assigning some new mods as well. So I got to pick. I got to get my sword ready tonight. Some new moderators. Love you guys so much. You guys have been awesome. You know, again, our community has gone through a massive loss this month. I'm shocked that I'm able to do this. I'm so proud of everyone in chat for being here and for, you know, keeping the ship running. We lost, you know, one of our captains. We lost our boy, Mr. Jimmy D. And speaking of Mr. Jimmy D, you know, we got some lovely updates from friends of Jimmy D's, old friends. And you know what? We're going to have Mr. Jim D. Dukers end this episode for us. Make sure to please subscribe to Mr. Jim D. Dukers' YouTube channel. We're trying to get him to 200 subs. We're at 192. We need 8 more subscribers, folks. There's 285 of you. Subscribe to our old friend Jim D. Dukers' YouTube channel. Let's keep his memory alive. Let's keep his legacy alive with his beautiful poetry. And by the way, I'm definitely going to read some of his poetry live on stream. I ordered 2 more of his poetry books on Amazon in the States. They've arrived. I have 3 of Jim's books now, so once I get those, I'll bring them over here once I come back from my trip, and I'll be reading them here as well with you guys. Mr. Jim D. Dukers, take it away.
Thought that almost was 4. As outsiders go, she's a fresh one. Dazed awake, unfilthy, landed unhooked in the weeds, around the drop-off, dressed in wrinkled yesterday as if she'd still expected something. She's hungry, but the hunger hasn't hit her. That blanket's still her jacket, and those are still the shoes she started with last night. She may have even had a phone, friends to wear, till she wore out and was left like quarters. Worth the time and effort to a certain class of desperate, but mostly an abandoned sock, awaking in a park she may not recollect collecting in. She's almost still surprised, less feral than Faith Broke felt, less wild than bewildered. Like the house cat caught on screen doors other side, once the sprung load snap assures her shut out loud. Awake, but floating less than clear. A flapping trout on surface newsprint dreams she's come awake above, and vaguely, even realizing now, this light's a side effect of mourning. She's likely not a mermaid. Soon, she may remember where she left her name.
Do not worry.